But speaking of resting while there's enemies nearby, we don't need to worry about Mayor Taladon here. Because you guys aren't there. You guys are actually in some weird off place where I don't know if I put those up there or if someone else put those up there, but that's hilarious that the tokens are up in the study. Anyway, you guys are in some kind of weird land that has these weird. Well, anybody watching anything like that knows that they're dinosaurs. Um, and a lord of the castle that does not care about your guys' life in the slightest. All he's worried about is getting his charges back to Mayor Taladon. Because it was supposed to be a sanctuary place, but it's like, surprise, it's not. It's full of dinosaurs. It's actually even more dangerous than Mayor Taladon when you left it mid-war. So you guys got your. You guys are like, well, we got the creature that you wanted that apparently only took us a day since you couldn't be bothered to do it. Came back, and then it's like, we want our compatriots back and leave. He's like, whatever, I don't care. Get out of here. Kill any of my guys again, then I'll intercede. But right now, you guys are literally not even gnats to me. And you guys are like, cool, left. And as you guys left, as it started to get dark, you're like, shit! The NPC's items are still back in the castle. So you have now 4 nobles that are in burlap sacks, essentially. Because that is the prison uniform. That is all they're wearing. So you guys decide to sit down. Maya, I believe it
Right.
was,
Yeah.
used a new spell she learned from her god after getting a splitting headache called Liamon's Tiny Hut. Created a little place. Watches went through, and in the middle of the, I'm pretty sure it was the last watch. D'Artagnan got shot with an arrow as your guys' elven friend came up. Mithria talked with him and asked if he would accompany you guys. I want to say to the Mage's Tower that Rowan told you guys about when he seen a picture.
I thought they talked about the heart of the forest.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Mithria asked him to accompany the Mage's Tower.
Well, I asked him to come with us,
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
Like, I didn't know where we were going, but I just thought we'd be better off doing this
he,
together.
he full on thought you were asking him to go like, hey, can you go take care of this? He's like, I mean, sure, I guess.
Oh no, we
And he's
wanted
like, no,
to
no.
stick
Yeah,
around.
he like, no, 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 with us, accompany us. He said, oh, sure, why not? And then he went, since he spent all night coming towards you guys, he spent the rest of the third watch resting himself. And so that is where we're going to be picking up when you guys wake up to your NPCs currently cuddled in. Well, 2 of them are cuddled up to each other. The other 2 are sleeping about in the hut with.
Everybody is literally shoulder to shoulder.
uh,
It's not large.
it's a medium-sized hut. Ooh, that's really small. You need what was it?
I told you how many people could fit in it.
Liamin's Magnificent Mansion or Morakainen's Magnificent
Yeah, I
Mansion.
need them, but
Yeah,
I don't have that one yet.
yeah.
I believe it's more than Canaan's.
It is.
But
It's
you
a
guys,
10-foot radius. Trust me, we are on top of each other.
it's not
But
bad
there's
actually.
No, it's
Radius,
not.
which is 20 feet
it's
across.
not it's not bad, but
A little awkward.
9 people.
Yeah, a little awkward if Fenrith and Rowan decide to go bear for him, but also at the same time, heaters.
Yeah. So
Also, at the same
Uh,
time, the DM forgot to do the whole moon thing.
hey, shut up. So we're gonna be. We are going to be switching over to the current quote unquote world map of where you guys are because you guys are currently, hey, zoom in, magnify, doo 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 doo, and again, and again, and you guys are right here.
oh yeah.
My owlbear is lagging because of the HP tracker.
Oh, is it? I can disable it if you want.
I
Mine
would
was a little
appreciate
slower
it.
too, but
Ah, hold on.
Well, mine is still like loading the map.
uh,
Like I cannot see the map.
Hold on. I
we're
can.
just we're in the middle.
There we go. that way. It should be disabled. I was just it was something I learned on Thursday. I'm like, oh, that might actually be helpful.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, cool, we can use HP tracker instead of a calculator on my desk. And then it damn near crashed my tablet that I'm using.
Your tab like,
Or-
no.
Technology is great until it isn't.
Yep.
So it's morning.
Yep. So it is morning time. You guys wake up. Wake up. Maya, as you get out of your place, D'Artagnan's kind of like rubbing his leg a little bit, just even though it's kind of healed up and everything like that.
No, D'Artagnan's in a hole, remember?
Oh yeah, you're in a freaking hole. I mean, you're up by this point, so that's fine.
Fair enough.
So you guys go out and you guys see Thariel there, kind of already up, ready. Look around a little bit. Which puts...
I'm doing. Oh,
No, I was just going to say,
I'm
which
just-
puts your NPCs at 5 right now, which,
5 what?
Hey,
5 NPCs.
5
that we
NPCs.
have with us.
Oh,
$5 foot long.
There is...
We're 5 instead of 6. That's a problem.
Actually, do you guys remember their names without looking in the NPC category?
No, because I have
Garon,
the character.
Yarly,
Lady
Lady Quinar,
Dalaba.
Lady Dalaba, and
Dalaba.
Thariel.
It's Magister Dalaba, by the way. but
Whatever. Lady Magister.
yes. No, there's a difference.
Is she a lady?
Not really.
Is she a woman in a position of power?
It's the equivalency of saying, "Hey, miss," and they're actually a doctor. I'm like, no, doctor. It's because they earned the rank of doctor, the title of doctor. By being a magister, she is like 10th level plus wizard. She ground without having the ability to just go, let's kill a baristo a couple times and fucking power level.
Was not the plan.
Yeah, well,
Was not the plan.
hey,
Bullshit, it was
kill
my
like
plan.
5 more of those. And
Literally,
you guys will be
none of this was the plan.
None
What
of this
part
was
of
the plan.
any of this situation was the plan?
D'Artagnan's plan was to push the button. He knew.
So, oh yeah,
He knew.
which, speaking of, speaking of the plan, I think I put your guys' route back because I had to delete the route because there was a couple other things in the way. If I remember correctly, you guys wanted to go from Sephirum, where you guys were,
Yeah.
down to Atharia,
Uh-huh.
over to Forgarir, which is
Yes.
a dwarven settlement, skirt Grumarak, which is the Orcish settlement, then go to Dumaioin,
Uh-huh.
and then go either up to Rockharrow, which is another dwarven area, or Anaria, which is like the main dwarven area.
Yes.
I think that was kind of the general idea.
That was
Depending, I mean,
That was what our
Barring
plan
anything
was
happening as we
in
travel.
October.
Yeah, because you
yeah,
guys are
that
like,
was
let's
forever
explore the
ago.
world.
Yeah, because we were like, hey, we've only been to 2 cities. Let's go and explore this land. And that was October.
I can
Let's
show
be
you the
adventurers.
No. And
Yeah,
D'Artagnan's
no,
like,
yeah,
how
we-
about
we
I
need
touch
to
this
explore to
painting?
find, stuff for individual plot reasons.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not
And
happening.
then this happened.
It's not like you guys all
to be
make
fair,
backstories
I
I
thought
could
we were
use.
playing D&D, not Super Mario 64.
Fuck you, bitch!
Pretty much, we touched the painting that took us to Bowser's castle.
Yeah, no, you touched the painting.
So you guys are now here, and this is all you guys have explored.
Yeah. But we don't want to
That's
explore here
so
anymore. We want to go
comforting.
home.
Go
Just
home.
wanna go
Go
home.
home.
All right,
But-
you guys wake up.
I want to call my mom. This party is no longer fun. We're drinking alcohol and having cigarettes.
As you guys are waking up, getting your guys' food, you guys, the ones with the higher passive perception, you guys notice Thariel kind of like saunter off into the forest a little bit.
You good?
Fine.
Uh-huh.
Let him. I'm gonna look at our people with us. and look at the group and be like, should we get their shit?
I
They
would
don't have
greatly
any other stuff.
appreciate that. Delaba pops up. She's like, magical robes, my focus, my about $80,000 spellbook or so.
What's a
Right.
dollar?
Sorry, just wanted
Cool.
to get you out of prison.
Shut the
last
fuck
night.
up, D'Artagnan. Gold. You wanker.
Do we feel confident asking someone in the castle if they're willing to let us get it?
That's the thing. I don't
I'm
know
not-
if they really like us.
I don't. They let us go. We have all our stuff. Why can't our people who are with us have
Yes.
their stuff? We're not
Well,
messing with them. I will go up and
That's
ask
my
nicely.
point, but they are psychopaths, so you
Well,
can't
that's
really
true, but-
know.
At this point, they need their stuff.
Are they psychopaths
That, I'm
or
not denying
sociopaths?
that. That's true.
They're assholes. That's what they are.
Well,
They're
is he
I
prone
was-
to anger, or is he just plowing through to do his own
He's
purpose?
He's plowing.
Yeah.
So he sounds more sociopathic. He
But
just doesn't
once
care
again,
who he hurts.
he
He's
doesn't
not out to
care.
hurt.
He doesn't care. But we're not that far from the castle.
A couple hours, yeah.
We can go get their stuff and then head to town.
And what about Master Harbeck? Were you able to get him?
No.
No.
Because
He's
apparently
hiding him somewhere.
he agrees. No, apparently he agrees with this asshole's mission right now. So I think
Yeah.
he's been charmed.
You see them all go, all right, we're pushing X for doubt right now. And they're just like tapping X furiously, like, no.
Yeah,
No.
no shit. But
Yeah, no,
do
he's
you want to take them on?
definitely not in on this for his own will. Like, this
Yeah,
is
no, I don't think it's of
crazy.
his own free will. But once again, want to get your guys' stuff first, and then we can go to town and discuss and figure out what to do.
sounds as good a plan as any, really.
So I'm gonna hand out because I have those. Well, how much food can I make? Hold on.
Also, you do have the beads of nourishment.
I understand
Mhm.
that.
You have good bear. You got 10 of them.
Good bear, you get 8.
8? I thought it was 10.
You get 8.
Mhm.
It's also using a spell slot for the day, and you just woke up, so you know
True.
there's that.
No,
That's
I
fair.
know that, but there's also how many of us now
There,
that need to eat?
there.
10.
You guys would have the meat for everyone but
Yeah.
Mithria and Sir Yarleaf.
Right, but the
Yarleaf can
Yeah,
eat
Yarleaf.
tree bark for all I care.
but I was when we spoke, we said that the beads of last time, the beads of food would be better for them to start regaining their stamina.
Yes, they are severely
So-
malnourished.
Right, so I'd rather give them the stuff to help repair their stamina. So I'd give them
With
5.
a side of protein as needed.
Right.
Yeah.
But like we could eat the meat. I'm feeding
Yeah.
Ash right now, raw meat. But I'm just going through to see.
We can eat the meat, Ash. Actually, there's no meat left. There's 50 pounds. Not anymore. I was a little hungry.
So
Oh.
Be a
I'll give
200 fucking pound fairy dragon. I'd be impressed.
I would be very happy. So there's 1, 2, 3,
There's 4. Oh, there's
Four.
4. Yeah, there's 4.
there's 4.
Amaya, do you want them to see what we worked on?
Hazaba.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
That actually,
them.
for a second there, I'm like, you did not forget, did you? Like,
Okay, you know what? My kids have had a week off. Leave me alone.
All
Yes,
right.
yes.
Guys, if you ever want to feel
Look at my baby.
anxiety, whoa, what?
Look at my
What?
baby.
It's
Where?
a fairy dragon.
Oh, hello.
I know.
Oh.
Isn't he
That just looks
precious?
like. That doesn't look like a fairy dragon. That just
He's
looks like a blue
perfect.
dragon.
I currently can't see it because my computer's being slow right now.
He's perfect.
Well, rest assured, he's very lovely.
He's adorable, and he's got dual color eyes.
Oh gosh, guys, I spilled glitter all in my desk drawer. This
Well,
is the worst.
not-
You now have glitter in your drawer for the rest of that drawer's life.
Yeah, well, it's the bigger kind. It's not like the itty bitty flakes. Like I can see the end of it. They're
Oof,
bigger
there.
flakes, but
Ripley,
Ah,
it's in Gen Chat.
He's in general chat.
I'm having a bad time. It's
Sparkly! You look fabulous, yes. Slightly.
I don't. My drawer does, but
Okay.
The
So-
fuck was that?
I'm
Anyway.
giving them
Sound.
the good berries or good whatever, the beads of
Nourish?
food.
All right.
Yeah, because I want to mark it off because I don't have an endless supply of it.
Right. You have
So
what, like 20 of them?
I
So
had 20, so I have 16. The rest of us can eat meat, and we have the water skin, so we'll use that.
Sure, a few of us can find enough berries and nuts and stuff for the 2 elves.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure that Thariel just went out to find his own food. Like,
which after a bit, still not back yet.
I'm not
He
calling
went off
it.
to betray us. I guarantee it.
Yeah, he's making a deal with the
Sorry.
So- While we're eating breakfast, we discussed, are we going to do the... So we did this, are we going to take 2-3 days among the towns before we follow up to the heart?
Well, okay. So, while everyone's eating, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. Can I guess I can actually do that now? Yes. Ah,
get that coffee, girl.
yes, my
I'm
girls
gonna
are
have
happy.
some of my strawberries.
Yep. I would say first thing, get the noble's gear.
Yes.
Get to the town. And then we have to discuss where we're going and how we're getting back. I mean, we lost, you know,
We need to figure out,
Harbeck.
we
Sorry.
do need to figure out Harbrick.
Yeah, but I
and all other
really,
information.
I don't believe the asshole in the castle saying, hey, he agrees with my mission. Like, I just don't see it.
Yeah,
So I
that's
really
very
do think
sketchy.
he's charmed. Or
For
something.
sure.
Was the guy in the armor with the glowing red eyes a vampire? I ask you.
I don't know. But I did
No.
get a little.
You pinged
You pinged. It's
for
he's not.
undead.
I didn't ping for undead, he said.
Yeah, no. D'Artagnan. No, he's asking, was he a vampire? As in, did you get a ping off of him?
Oh, no, I didn't get a ping. Right, yeah, I checked.
Yes. You
Yeah,
checked to see if I was doing Curse of Strahd on you guys, and it's no.
Everything was alive.
Yes.
Glowing red eyes worries me, but sure.
Make
but once again, no, can I make an intelligence check?
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana. Okay, hold on. Let me get to my page.
And any of you guys can if you guys want.
Okay.
Can I just provide advantage while discussing?
Sure. If somebody wants to gain
15.
advantage.
Oh,
Natural 1, I'm assuming, Mithria?
that's 20 plus 3.
Hey, nice. Amaya, what was yours?
17.
Alright. Amaya, you know this as more of a battle version, but Mithria, you know this more as it's been shown in place to kind of help extenuate like the bad guy. There are enchantments for headgear that the eye sockets will glow. Or Maya, yours would be for battlefield intimidation, kind of like what he did with you guys.
He's
Mithria,
trying to look tough.
yours would be like, it's like, oh, this is a big bad demon in a play, and so they would have like goggles that was enchanted to have this, so then they stood out a little bit more.
Okay, it's a character mask from the.
Yeah.
So odds are
there's a word for it for
glowing-
Italian plays where they all have the same mask, so you know what character they are. I
Yeah.
just don't remember what that word is.
Yes. So it seems like this would just be probably whatever enchantment he has on his helmet. The glowing might provide like some other benefit, but for the most part, it's just
like an intimidation tactic.
Yeah.
It has the enchantment of "Look at me, I'm a badass."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
A
at me, and
circumstantial
no
bonus
fear.
of like +3
He's
to the
sweet
badassery.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, I can pay that to you.
So you guys are going back to the.
Well, I didn't realize that we didn't have their stuff when we left last week.
Yeah, I would have thought that we'd be sure to get that before we left. Like that
It's
feels.
fine.
No, you guys were more of
Right.
like, holy shit, we're actually getting out of here, let's go. And you guys kind of like run.
Well, that would have meant we would have gotten our stuff together and gone.
No,
No.
we had our stuff on
Mhm.
when we left the jail cell. We got to put our stuff back on, and then we had that oh so lovely encounter with the Lord of the Manor. And
we
then I
kind of
was like,
stormed
I
out
am
in a
not
huff.
going back down to prison.
I feel like just if we were let out of the cells and given our stuff,
It's
they
fine.
would have been too.
They
But
don't
Yeah,
have it.
yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
you know,
they have it
all
then.
your guys' stuff was put away somewhere and then was brought out when he went to send you against the barista. And then once you guys stripped down in that one cell, they're like, yeah, we're really too lazy to go put this back in wherever everything else is. So they just left your guys'
Makes sense.
stuff there.
It's not the end of the world.
So we only got our
will
stuff back
start
because of
heading
the
back.
employees.
It's a day's journey between this place and town, though. That's
But
my.
we're only like 2 hours
complaint.
away from the castle.
Eh.
We're going to get their stuff.
Was it a day's journey?
I'm not arguing against that. I just.
I
I'm
don't
not
think they're
happy.
I
gonna
thought we
get-
landed in
Let's
front of the
start walking.
castle and were
Uh-oh.
able to make it back.
Ooh, Ripley,
before
what were you
night.
saying?
I don't think they're gonna give. He's gonna give the stuff back.
Well, we've got to at least try. They're literally in burlap.
You see this little like frog-like creature?
No.
There is no try.
No.
Wrong
Bug
franchise.
him for
we
his
do what we
sunblade.
can.
Is Dario still attacking the castle?
No.
No,
No,
he's
he's
currently
hanging out.
off in the forest somewhere. You're not terribly sure where he went.
Well, knowing that crazy ass, he might be. He might have just been
Yes,
like,
but we'll see.
you know what? I can still get a couple shots in before they move.
No, it's still he spent most of the night coming to you guys. That's why he had to rest. No, it's still a few hours off, so he would have had to spend a couple hours there if he was going to do that, and then a couple hours back, and you guys could be like, "Well, gone." So no, he's probably somewhere around.
He's rangering. It's fine. Let's go back to the castle.
Yeah, let's get set up.
We've got to try. We have to try to get their stuff back. So, we'll take 2-3 hours, whatever the trek is to get there.
All right. So the 9 of you guys set off.
Yep.
We're going back to the castle, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Have we filled in the nobles about what's been going on? Because if not, I'd like to do that.
We can do it while
Just
we're
so-
walking.
Yeah, just so we're all on the same page about what the whole deal is.
What are you guys filling them in on? Because there's gradients there that you'd be like, we're going to just tell them the basic. We're going to tell them most of it. We're going to tell them every fucking thing that's
I would
happening.
say most
Well,
of it
we're
right
gonna
now.
most of it. Like, we're gonna explain who this weird new elf is. We're gonna explain why we think he's a big old jerk and why we think that there's a spell on Harbeck.
The elf
they
the
agree
And
jerk?
what we
with us
think
on
we
that one.
The
and
elf
like
is
what
not
we
the jerk, but the guy in the castle.
The way she phrased
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
The way that,
I know the way
Okay,
she phrased
so-
it. That's
No,
why I was
Dolphin
clarifying.
Yeah,
fucking
that's why
I'm
that's
just
why
trying to get my
Companion, that's your
ideas out,
opinion.
not necessarily in an order.
Okay,
They're
so-
just there to.
Tell
you to
them that you
interpret.
guys had to go fight a baristo to
Mhm.
bring back to the Lord of the Manor for some kind of it to help get you guys home. You guys
Yes.
did that,
Mhm.
came, and on your guys' way back, you met this elf that is a warrior that you've convinced to help you guys. Are you telling them that he's a blade dancer?
No.
Okay.
It's not important.
That's the
Guys,
thing, and I'm not telling them because I don't care.
And then I'm going to assume you tell him about Bartley for the sheer fact that Ripley is now in shiny ass armor.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a fairy dragon and
Yes.
a few other things.
Yeah, I mean, for the most, we'll give them like the main ideas. Don't need to get personal life
Okay.
with the other NPC
Actually,
if he
even
wants
ask-
to stay. But
Okay.
If Yarleaf
And
is
then-
familiar with Bartley, because he is head of a merchant's guild.
And then you guys made your way back, seen different animals and stuff like that, came back, and then they're kind of caught up.
yeah, and then
Right? Okay. I'm
when we
just
came
making
to
sure.
collect what was owed to us, like a trip home, found out he's an asshole
Yes.
and said that he
Uh,
could arrange it if he killed 200 souls, 900 souls. I don't remember the number.
200.
200.
souls. Yeah.
Something like
So
that,
yeah, not real happy. But now we're gonna try to get your stuff back. figure out what
Yes,
to do next.
friend. I remember a barley up in. He used to be a traveling merchant, and then I think he settled down in one of the mountain kingdoms.
Oh
I,
no, I assure you, he still travels.
well, I understood that he had very good connections. He used to be a pretty high-ranking person until finally he just had enough of it. He's like, I want to sell some stuff. A lot of the old merchant lords still go to him for kind of advice and stuff like that. I believe he found some kind of item that essentially gave him. And he kind of looks at Delaba, and he's like, the Mordecannon's sanctum. She's like, of sorts, yeah. It's like, yeah, I believe he has an item that allows him to transport that around, and I believe he uses that as a shopkeep.
Yeah, it's really
Mm.
nice.
Yeah.
He was here, and he
Yeah.
kind of looks like,
See,
Yeah.
shiny.
Appeared to
dragon.
us. And
As I'm
that
petting
was
my
that's
fairy dragon.
The bow.
that would
I
have been most
gesture at the new
The
armor.
bracers.
that would have been most fortuitous to be able to get back with him there, but
He can't
well, we
control where
couldn't
he's
leave you
going.
behind. And we couldn't leave you behind.
which I do appreciate. But interesting. I guess I'm gonna have to hold on. DM choose.
Because with the version we told him about him, so it makes sense I'd ask if he was familiar.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
And it would have been nice if we could have jumped with him and just landed somewhere random with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a plane of
Yeah.
fire.
I mean,
Yeah, but
Congratulations,
so
you've
honestly,
you've got
if
a
you
one-way
landed
ticket
there,
to
you
the
would have been like,
fireplace.
nope, close shop, change location. Like,
King, I know
I
that
think we can
reference.
just hide in his shop until it's done.
yeah, he's
He's
been
what?
doing it long enough. It seems like that he
I'm
knows.
assuming
hey,
Bartley just hides in his shop when he lands on a plane that he cannot deal with.
Probably.
yeah,
I love to think that there's
We're
one
in a
time
bad
where
spot.
Bartley just opens the doors and it's just he's on the plane of water and it just like floods his shop. And
God
shit.
damn it, not again.
Closes
God
the
damn it,
door.
not again.
The janitor comes by. Well, shit, I guess now it's easier for me to clean up and just start mopping stuff up.
magic spells, get rid of the water.
There are actually spells that do that. It's
Create and destroy water.
there's also another one that would just obliterate. Anyway, interesting. Well, I get any other ideas on how to get back?
Did we
Well-
tell them about the heart of the forest thing or no?
Not well. We haven't gotten to that part of the conversation yet, but we're getting there.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's, as far as I've understood, two plans. There's go see what this heart of the forest is that he was talking about,
Mhm.
or we can see why he's losing people to a mage's tower, like he lost stuff to the dino, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
if he
feel
was
like
losing people to that dino, and then he's also saying he's losing people to that castle. I mean, we beat two of them, so
I'm gonna show him a picture of it.
You just sit down and draw the map again.
No, the picture of the dino, not the map.
Flip it through pages until we find this thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's right here. The Xerox we got.
The
None of them recognize it.
So basically, let's just we have to figure out which way we want to go. But
Mhm.
if he feels like taking care of the heart of the forest is a way for him to get home, don't you think we should probably go there first and figure out? Why? Yeah.
See if we can find a good way to do it without messing with shit too much.
That's why I was thinking go to the Archmage's tower, because if the Archmage doesn't like him, we don't like him.
The enemy
Maybe
of my
we could
enemy is
figure
my
out
friend.
a partnership, something like that.
I
Doesn't
don't
always work that way.
I don't
Very
trust
often it does
anybody
not.
here anymore. Like
mean, those villagers are okay.
They're okay.
Yeah, the villagers are fine.
They're sort of
I could
like
live with that.
brainwashed
Anybody
zombies,
of
though. They're
power?
kind of creepy.
Who's creepy?
The villagers, so they're just kind of
That are
like
living in
brainwashed zombies.
Well, they basically live in
Simulation.
a horror world of dinosaurs.
Yeah, they live in an apocalypse.
They live in a monster movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
You know the end of
can-
Jurassic World?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the world they live in now.
yeah. So I can understand why they're the way they are, and we're saying all this while we're walking.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Which, just to be nice, I should mention, you never told Thariel you guys were leaving.
Well,
He was probably
Dang
watching
it.
us.
send him a message later.
Well,
We're gonna head back to the spot.
we're gonna
someone
be back
has a
here in like
message,
2
cantrip
hours.
message, you can try
so-
sending that too.
Huh?
If you have the cantrip message,
I
Yeah, I'll
no,
can
she
I'll
has a cantrip message. I don't.
yeah,
Wait,
I'll cantrip message, be like, hey Thoriel, our nobles were not giving back their items upon their release. We are going back. You should probably stay back for a little bit. We should be back in maybe about in 2 hours, maybe 3,
4 at least.
4 maybe.
4 at
You know what? We'll go with 5.
Yeah.
Maybe
Whatever.
Yeah.
6.
Do I hear 6? 6? Do I hear
Fine.
6? Sold for 5 hours. You may pick it up when you're ready. Okay, you guys head back. Hi ho, hi ho. Talking on the way, discussing things. There's the sounds of the forest that you guys have now been accustomed to, but the nobles like, huh, huh.
Anytime they do that, I'll explain to them like what's the deal.
And the rest of us are like, whatever.
Just-
We've been wrecking the forest forever.
Just don't worry, nothing. It won't harm you. Just a shadow comes by, giant pterosaur, grabs one and goes off.
Exactly.
That
Time to
is
go to
an
work.
interesting encounter.
All right, you guys head back up.
Yeah.
You guys go there, talk about all this, do all this discussion on like figuring out trying to where to go and everything like that. Get back up to the point once again. You guys hear, "Oh, stop! Where are you? Well, we recognize you."
I have my hands up, like I'm not touching weapons or anything.
You see
Yeah.
like the ballistas kind of like go from ready to be aimed to the gunner behind them like, what the fuck do they want now? Like, what shit? One
need
comes
our-
up.
Companion stuff. They're in burlap sacks.
Right. Your point
Can we
being,
please have it back?
that's not really up to us. That would be up to either. He kind of looks around. He's like, ah, shit, the sergeant isn't back yet. But either the lieutenant or the master.
Can you ask one of them for me, please?
Make a persuasion check.
Mm.
Guidance. No, I'm just fucking with you. I don't have guidance.
Persuasion.
Gosh dang it, I should have been asking.
Actually, I can.
Mine is a 20.
20.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, I mean, he kind of looks at the guy. He's like, you go ask the lieutenant, see if he can get the stuff for their compatriots back. And the guy's like, but I don't. But
They don't want. They're gonna get
And,
beat
like,
up for asking.
he like starts walking back, and yeah, it's very much like he's like, I don't want to do this, and it seems like the person you were talking to is like, I outraged him.
So,
Thank you.
Listen, wait.
So how's the weather?
Found any
how's
portals that
Watch,
open up to our home realm yet?
yeah,
No.
we're just waiting.
And he looks at you like very confused, like the.
They have no idea.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it.
I,
Right.
Mithria,
What?
I just look at you and I'm like, shut up with my eyes.
As you guys are waiting, you see a good like squad of troops kind of walk from. So on the map here, you guys are like right down here.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
These circles are the guard towers. You see some troops coming from here, and then they go into this tower, and then they walk past here, and then go into this tower, and it looks like security has been increased.
Oh, I bet.
Ooh, they think we're dangerous. And
Uh,
they're right.
No, they know
have
Thariel's
replaced the men
gone.
that.
Not you guys. No. The lieutenant says you guys are nothing but buffoons.
Yeah.
We're more worried about the forest attacking us.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with us. It's
Speaking of, he
It's
like looks
nice to pretend sometimes.
he looks at he's like, speaking of, what are adventurers? The master has said that word to the lieutenant a few times. The lieutenant has told us that you apparently are adventure. What is that?
It's somebody
We go
who
on
goes
adventures.
and does stuff for people. So
For money.
if
We're
townspeople are
fighters.
being harassed by monsters, we go and take out the monsters.
So you're guards.
Money.
No,
No.
technically we're
We're
like
freelance
good
guards.
mercenaries at this point.
Yeah, we're
Right.
freelance guards.
Right.
We
And
Freelance.
what is a
guard who we want.
freelance
have-
guard?
You know, the mercenary is.
We don't have a master. We
Don't have a
are our own master. No,
who
we don't
trains
have
you
a
then?
master.
Who outfits you?
We
We
outfit
do.
ourselves.
We work for ourselves.
That's...
We make money.
We're self-employed.
Yep, there it is.
I'm assuming that's why you don't have a village then.
No,
We
I
all come
have
from
a village.
different villages.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if
Kind
they're
of.
all like you guys, I'm sure they're all destroyed by now.
I mean, mine has a
Concept
dragon
seems
protecting
absolutely
it.
foreign to them. All
That's-
they've known is their life here of these guards protect them, so the new generation comes in to be trained.
Yeah.
After a good 10-15 minutes, the gunner comes out. He's like, got a message from the lieutenant, and it quotes of, "Fuck off, you're not welcome here."
Well, I've got another message. Fuck you.
No.
You've got our stuff.
I put my hand in my mouth.
And let's see how many hands are going to Mithria's mouth, shall we? 3 sets of hands. Yep, alright.
Pretty much.
I'm legit just gonna pick her up and walk off.
Yeah.
You just hear.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't need this right now.
You-
Absolutely.
As
No.
you guys are leaving, you can see the gunner kind of like, alright, that worked. He's like feeling good about himself and probably made his day.
Yeah, but he's probably not gonna get another day. So you know, hey.
Yeah, it's fine.
Me
Can
and
I
Barstow
look for any
knock on their front
distinguishing
door.
marks on him?
Oh no.
No, they are it is uniform garb. It is the dark and stale leather armor with a helmet on. Some of them have kind of like the old timey the robbers where they like pull up over their face.
Okay.
Like
Bandana.
sort of like that. It seems like all of them have it, but some of them actually have it up. Some of them just keep it down. They're like, we don't really need this right now. But it's very uniform. They don't. The only distinguisher is when you have the sergeant the first time you guys came, and then the lieutenant, which he definitely stood out.
As we leave, like, cause like we've turned around to leave, right? The one who's smirking, I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy, like off to the side to make like a sound for like the creature.
All right. Make a
And just keep
deception
walking.
check with.
You can't see my face.
Advantage.
You can't see. Okay.
Yeah, but
I'm just trying to fuck with them, right?
You're basically copying a sound we've heard in the forest
Yeah.
how many
Oh, yeah.
times at night.
which is why you get
To be
advantage.
fair, I could fuck with him a lot worse.
But I'm being nice. Perception.
She's being the lawful fuckery. You'd be
Yeah.
the evil fuckery.
being the lawful fuck.
Fair enough, because I thought about subtle
20.
spell definite whisper.
20.
Yeah.
Which creature are you emulating?
The big one, the big one, the big one.
The loudest screech that we've ever heard. So the
You
barista.
fire this off, and you're like, I wonder. And all you hear is a horn go off and shouts, and you hear the thunk, thunk as multiple ballistas are firing off. They're like, "We're under attack! Creature, creature, creature!" And you can hear like
And we
horns
just walk
sounding
back.
off.
Literally, I feel so much better, and I pet my dragon and I leave.
And
I appreciate
the nobles
Holding
kind of like
back
get a little bit closer
laughter
to
as we
you
walk.
guys as they hear the creature going off, not realizing that you're the one that caused it.
Well, I'm sure I'm next to one of the nobles, and I'm smirking, so like I'll whisper to them since
All right.
the other people are panicking, like, "Hey, it was me," and just keep walking.
Cheeky, Delava says with a wink. She's like,
Yeah,
I do wish that you were able to get the stuff back, though.
I am sorry, but I
If-
don't feel like fighting that entire
If
castle.
if we were strong enough to fight the master of the castle and his lieutenant, I'd do it.
Yeah, same here.
I would.
And then we would be trapped here forever.
No, you
So-
wouldn't. We would be able to get away. Just
Could raid his
We'd
office
have
to
his
find out all
resources.
his secrets.
Yeah.
Very true.
well, all his
Not-
resources and Master Delava.
It's
Mhm.
not like the DM prepped floor plans thing. You got to be dumb enough to actually assault the castle or anything. Especially with your group intelligence of plus nothing.
We tend to be pretty dumb. We were being quiet.
Technically, even though my intelligence is low,
I am
I've been
wise.
led into dumb.
I'm wise.
You
Oh,
guys have
not bad,
literally
but I'm
average
street smart.
intelligence. Your 10s are average intelligence. 8s
I
are
am street smart.
slightly below.
I have an 11 wisdom.
Yeah.
Ay.
Still.
Yeah.
You can
An
see
18 wisdom. Let's keep going.
Yarleaf is just sad because he's wearing a burlap sack. All his stuff that he had on him was
For show.
pretty much, yeah. It was like
Yeah.
he's like, okay, it's another 15,000 or so gold I have to spend to get it, whatever.
It's another few hours of my time and work.
Delaba's the most upset with losing enchanted robes, enchanted items, spell book.
If we could figure out a way to get your stuff back, trust me, we would.
Garen is like, I mean, well, at least we're out of there.
Yeah.
I don't mind roughing it a little bit, and she kind of like twirls her like little dress type thing, like, haven't had to wear something like this in a long time.
Oh, the Lady Quinar.
Yeah.
Who used to be an adventurer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give her my dark and steel dagger.
She takes it. She like looks at it. She's like, interesting. And she like as she goes and inspects it, she like rubs. She's like, ooh, that's. And she like surprised at how the steel reacts and like the coldness. So he's like, interesting. Thank you.
You need something,
Indeed,
and
yes.
it's all I've got right now.
Indeed.
What is Delava a human?
Delaba is a
Delaba's
halfling.
a halfling.
Halfling. Okay.
So-
never mind then.
Magister Delaba is a halfling wizard
Yes.
of considerable power. If she has her stuff. Lady Kanar is an
Not here. She's not.
yeah, exactly. Lady Kanar is an ex-adventurer that formed her own adventuring company, and so she runs that. And so she's pretty close with Lady, and she's like, so she's a human. She's pretty close with Lady,
Garen?
yeah, Garen, which she's also. She looks mostly human, but there was probably some elf. She was she elf? No, she was human.
Yeah, I know, but she looks elf.
Yeah,
like,
it's definitely like, oh, you've had elf in your lineage there.
Yeah.
She is like she's on the natural like 18 charisma type thing of humans. And then Sir Yarn Yabadabadoo is an elf.
Yeah.
I forget what it is. Marin Yarleaf. Yeah. He is elf. He's a high elf.
Did he have weapons?
No. No. Harbeck kind of had weapons. He had magical enchantments that allowed him to summon sort of weapons. Kanar had weapons because she wasn't born noble. She was like you guys. She was an adventurer. She worked her way up. She got bestowed the title of lady by Garen. Garen and Yarleaf are very much
Noble.
they're nobles, yeah.
Oh.
Mind you, Garen can handle herself a little bit more. She's more of like the tomboy noble. Probably noble by marriage, not by birth.
And there's a reason that she's friends with the ex-adventurer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but that's the only extra weapon. We sold a lot of our shit.
I
Yeah.
have.
Well, I
two
have a
Dark and
longbow,
Tail
but
short
who's
swords.
gonna use it?
No, but I had daggers made, so she
feel like-
Technically,
killed
any
that.
of the elves know how to use the bow. Whether they're
Yeah,
Yeah.
but is he
good at
actually
with
going
it.
to help? Is the question.
Well, I would not prefer not to have to do that. I understand we're in an area in which case, yes, I could go back to my childhood. My father did make me need to learn how to use the longbow, that primitive weapon.
Just give it to him. At least he'll have a fighting chance when another freaking monster comes.
Yeah, I'll give him a longbow. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna use it. So.
Do you have
Yeah.
any arrows for
I
Yes,
have
actually. I
said-
Are
have...
you still holding Mithri on your shoulder?
probably.
Yes. I did not put you down.
Okay.
By the
Just
way,
checking.
Mithria, literally lighter than it feels like lighter
Yeah.
than your weapon.
Yeah.
Like Rowan, this is nothing for you. You're like I've carried more. Like yeah,
I've
it's
carried
nothing.
children that were.
Yeah.
heavier than you.
Yeah. Alright.
Yarleaf, let's see. He surprisingly doesn't smack himself in the face when he tries to use the bow.
It looks like I have like a quiver of arrows. So I don't use it much. So
I gave you.
yeah,
Takes
one
it out and
quiver.
just disintegrates from no use.
I'm
Back
going
in
to
my
pull out my
day,
two.
I used this longbow.
There's termites running through the quiver.
Hello.
As you go to fire it, it does extra termite damage.
You get a pull of arrow, all you get is the end of it. You dump it, you get some dust and arrowheads.
Oh god.
Oh, no, but like, what if you could weaponize lice?
No. geez.
Like,
Anyway,
shoot an arrow
so-
full of
Let's-
lice at someone and then they get lice.
That is you're going back to war crimes at this point.
Yeah.
I think that falls under biological warfare.
Yeah.
Well, looks like I didn't need that graphic again I created last night.
Okay, I'm going to pull out my two Dark and Steel short swords
All right.
and offer them to any of the NPCs that would like them.
Kanar flips her dagger and hands it to Dolaba, and then Kanar and Garen will take the short swords each.
Okay.
Rewrite that in my book now.
She's like, "Thank you, I appreciate that." And you see, like Dolaba kind of like. Have you guys ever seen Futurama, that stabby robot?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
God.
Yeah, she kind of like does that, and she kind of looks at you like.
Ah.
Oh no! We've
I
unleashed
like
a
it.
monster.
There. We don't expect you in the middle of the fight, but better to defend
Protection,
yourselves than.
protection.
Well, I don't really have my spells anymore. My I can still, and she like aims at a tree, and I'm pretty sure she has Acid Splash. She shoots this glob of acid at it. It's like.
So she can
res.
still do magic, right?
She can do her cantrip.
Kind
and
of,
things.
yes. I can use the mundane stuff. I still have. It's fading fast, but I still remember some of the sigils and incantations. Unfortunately, I don't have my spell focus to be able to, focus my energy.
Whereas if I gave her my plain wand, could she use that?
After some time, sure. It's more of kind of like a unofficial attunement. Like
Makes
you can't
sense.
just pick
Okay.
up something and then just like, "Wah!" It's you gotta like get used to it because it's essentially just a focusing array for your magic. So it's like, hey, I want to burn this
You can do it
ant
without
with this
activating
sun,
it.
and then it's like, all right, I need a magnifying glass. So
Well, you could still. It's still something right now. Like
Yeah.
no, these are a lot better than
nothing.
And I'm putting the character sheets in page protectors right now, so I can actually use them. All right, so you guys are heading back which way?
We're
To
gonna head
Elmsted?
to the
Yeah, head to town, see if we can't get some like proper
Clothes.
clothes for these guys.
All right. You guys go back to where your resting spot is, and you can see Thariel juggling.
Hello, sorry for the delay. It
Hi.
people in the
was-
castle are assholes.
They are
I'm
truly
sure.
the worst.
Generally speaking, people in castles are assholes, yes, especially those of highborn status, as he does
Oh,
not
don't
know
I
your
know it.
NPCs are
Oh,
highborn.
no.
It's fine.
Well, I
whatever.
mean, and one of our PCs technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're heading to town. We need to get the rest of our party clothes.
You can see him visibly, like, gross.
You can stay in the forest. We just need a night.
Right, well, Mithri asked me to accompany you guys, so I'm going to do that. And as he says that, he
And
like
I
flicks up the
appreciate-
daggers he's juggling, and with deftness, they're back into his sheath on him.
And we greatly appreciate your company. Thank you.
Don't want to torture you. We know you don't like crowds, but we need to get them closed.
I don't like cities.
I
No.
really wouldn't call this a city. It's a town.
It's a town, village at
Is it
best.
full of people on the ground?
Full of people on. Just follow us, and I start walking.
Is that the elf you said you found?
Yes.
You kind of found us.
Oh,
Interesting.
Thariel,
Yeah, what's up?
we have another high elf.
Hi, elf. And he kind of like gives a bow.
He's kind of gone insane. It's great. Let's go.
Right.
I
Well,
feel-
he does look
I
like a
feel
wood
like
elf, so
trying to-
interesting. And the way Yarly says wood elf is probably like,
Twinge of racism.
A twinge? Really? A twinge?
on the racism meter here, it's not quite at the dwarf versus orc level here, but it's still a pretty high twinge here.
As we're walking to town, I'm gonna ask Fenrith if him and I can start taking watch at night together, so he can start teaching me Draconic, so
You
I
mean
can
moronic?
help that.
Nah.
Shut up!
It was
Yes.
gonna
Which-
happen.
For anybody
We're on
listening, I asked them like, "Hey, what are you gonna do?" They were discussing doing all this
I
stuff,
typed it
and
right
yes,
once.
and Amaya decides to type draconic as moronic, which is just hilarious, and so now
There.
we will not let
was
her live it down
autocorrect.
that it is moronic.
You know what? He typed it right once for me. It's the second time that it didn't.
The 5 NPCs took an entire package of page protectors to do.
I need to
Thariel
actually get
Took
more
one.
card protectors.
I started doing that for my private group. I'm going to start doing that because we're going in person again. It is so much easier than using D&D Beyond to try to make a freaking magic item. You're like, oh, I can just write down what I want instead of going through 50 different,
Oh, right.
like,
You know, I have like those baseball card sleeves.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just keep putting like I keep switching out my spells every time.
I had a bunch of magic cards. I'm like, well, I'm gonna need this. So instead of buying them by the thing, I just bought an entire box. It was like 100 sleeves.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck it. It's cheaper to do it this way.
Oh yeah.
Just like, whoop, and then just
I have that for the kids' Pokemon cards too.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I stole
and so
the
you,
3 sleeves that I use now.
you can get folios for character sheets. Quick side tour. You can get folios for that, but all it is just a fancy fancy cover with some page protectors, some card sleeves. So you might as well just go to the dollar store, get a 1-inch binder,
Yeah.
pick up some page
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
protectors, pick up the card sleeves, and just use that, and then you can just keep adding to it.
Yeah. That's what I do. I have so many page protectors in here because I've used it for so many different games.
And just add what you need to, and then take the ones that you're currently not using, like old levels and stuff like that, throw it to the back.
Mhm.
Keep the new stuff in the front. Works. All right. So you guys are going to Elmton?
Yes.
A couple hours later, once you guys reach to... Where's your guys' icon here?
It's about there.
Ever move that? Cheers. Once you guys get to about here, you guys, as you guys are walking down, you guys can actually see people walking in the distance. And as you guys get to that point, you see... It looks like almost like a caravan heading your way.
Heading our way?
All right. Keep walking.
Step
We
aside
were
as
part
go.
of a caravan the last time we were here. So,
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
not
we were
going
going the other
toward
way.
the castle.
well, we'll find out when they come closer. That's a massive horse.
That is a massive horse. Yeah. Ba-da-bum, 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 ba. As you guys come up, and you guys like get off to the side, you sure enough see looks like there's people in carts, and these aren't horses. As a reminder, they
Yes.
look like a mix between almost like a deer with almost like reptilian skin in some parts of it instead of fur.
Yeah.
And they're just walking along, and they kind of like nod their heads to you guys as they pass by you guys as they're heading map west. You see a good about dozen carts.
Can we see what's in them?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, I'd like to look also.
I would too.
Whoever wants to do it, make a perception check.
Am I still on Warren's shoulders?
No, at this point in time, you'd be
No,
down.
I would have put you down.
16.
21.
Okay.
26.
Because this is a
21.
while afterwards. Looking in, it looks like possessions. So it looks like chests of stuff. It looks like some burlap sacks. Some stuff is just thrown in there, like chairs and stuff like that. It's very much you guys are back on the Oregon Trail. This is whatever possessions they had. They threw it into their cart, and they are
Leaving.
They were coming this way. Yeah, they're coming, and they're heading westward.
Do they look like town people?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Guys leaving town?
No. We were summoned to the castle, so we've been making the fuck. That was the wrong map. Oops. We've been making our way from Pixie Song all the way up here. Some people are from High
Wow.
Point. I know the Trout Downs and St. Helios are going to be coming soon.
So you're going there to join their army?
We've received word that, yes, every abled person must receive training. Bring all your possessions that you need.
The draft.
Well,
Oh, no.
Good for the
So
slaughter.
you just leave
Good
the
luck.
women and
It's not
children
like-
back home, or what?
He kind of like, he's like, no, my boy, and he like points to another guy. He's like, my boy's driving that one. His mother's there. Every able body has to receive training, be it kids or the women. Why would the women and kids be exempt? He kind of looks at you a little confused.
Oh,
It's
this guy is
okay.
evil at this point.
They're lambs to the slaughter.
Like,
I
He's
Well-
connect with
essentially
Ariel.
emptying the world of people for his means.
he did say he needed 2,000 souls.
No,
200.
he
No.
didn't say
200.
2,000. He
200.
said 200.
to open
Two,
a
Uh,
portal.
well,
But he
he
also
still
said he's
needed
amassing
200 souls.
Yeah, but it's
He said he was amassing assault on the heart of the
The
forest.
last
so
assault.
he's This is a mass assault. He's drafting.
He's
Well,
like,
no,
"Oh,
no.
well,
This is his last
These are
attempt.
military conscripts.
So
you
Yeah.
folks
Yes.
stay safe. And he like,
Yep.
yeah, and like
Bye.
continues on, like
Well,
looking at you guys like,
Good luck.
those are
you'll
really
need
weird looking
it.
people. And they're like, continue on.
Let's get into town, get clothes in, figure out what the hell we're gonna do.
As you guys are walking, you do see some kids kind of like pointing and looking at you guys. A couple times it's like, look, Ma, what are those dinosaur creatures? Points to Vanrith.
Oh,
He's not a dinosaur. He's beautiful.
I am pat his shoulder. We just keep walking.
And
I
there's
wave
there's
at the kid, and in my palm grows a ball of fire, and then I close my hand, and it
Yeah.
extinguishes.
Mom, why is that Earth mound walking and talking?
Yep. Let's go.
I make faces at him.
boy.
You see, there's quite a few of, like that, and then you can see some looks like probably some kind of local guards, like kind of like the ones that are like they're not train guards like the castle guards, but they'd be kind of like village guards looking at you guys, and their weapons ready if needed be, especially to the two larger folk. Seems giant kin and dinosaur kin are not too well received in some places, and they're kind of
So-
We've been here
Been
before.
here
Good thing I'm
before.
not lizard. It's a good thing I'm no lizard folk.
no, these
So
folk
these
are
guards
from
are like that one guy we met when we went to go figure out what was taking the livestock. He's like, "Oh boy, oh golly, I'm a guard."
Oh, geez. Oh, man. Oh, I mean, I guess,
Uh.
sure. Why not? No, you guys have been to Elmton and Stevenstown. They said that they're from.
So the guards are
Pixie
part
Song.
of the caravan. That's what you meant.
These they're essentially they'd be like the people in those villages
Okay.
that would respond. They're like, "Oh God, we're under attack." Those guys would be like, "Okay, grab our axes, run forward, and deal
Got
with
it.
whatever."
The town militia.
Yeah,
I thought you meant
that's the
that
word,
like
militia,
once we got into Elmstone, they were looking at us like they.
No, this is like as you guys are walking past the caravan, like it's a whole bunch of
Yeah.
people. Like it's
Gotcha.
Oh,
a
boy.
lot of people.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
We
You
got
guys-
to the point where we can see the buildings in the distance.
You guys keep on walking for a little bit.
Then-
Okay. It looks like there's still people in Elmton.
Let's go to that the sanctuary that we stayed at that first night.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
one, the one that's marked with an
Yeah,
X.
the
Let's
one that's
go.
marked.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun,
Have
dun.
the makeshift fortifications I put up stayed there?
They are dust right now.
Damn.
Wait, what?
He had put up stone walls
Yep.
to fix.
And it looks like there's
Oh.
other boards, like nailed up and everything like that. Looks like they've been attacked a few times.
However, at the
It's,
very
like,
least, he
open,
would have
right,
made a
though?
difference.
Because it is like after
Yeah.
afternoon, early evening.
Yes,
so
by the
people
time you
should
guys
be in
get
there.
here, it is getting into the evening. So as you guys are kind of like, "Oh man, it's close," and then you see the doors like open up.
Yay.
Like-
Did you miss us?
It's like, "Oh, you guys are alive. Good,
Yeah.
good. Come in. I was just opening up actually." And she like motions for you guys to come in.
We go in.
Howdy.
Duck in the door.
Yeah, tuck in.
Yeah.
Nice armor. She motions to Rowan since he's the one that has noticeable difference.
Thank you.
So you want some of your ale?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
All right. She walks over, taps a fresh keg, starts pouring it.
And I'm gonna ask her, do you know where we can get clothes for these guys?
No. Generally speaking, our clothes we kind of make our own clothes as need. I might have some spare in the back. I could go look if you wish.
If you have anything, we would highly appreciate it.
Sure. Do you mind? And she like motions to the keg, kind of like, do you mind? Like,
I
finish?
will finish.
All right, thank you. And she like goes, walks off. Oh God, where's my percentile dice? Nope,
Please have something.
that's a D12. That's not. All right, hello.
Oh, crap.
You
Hi.
asked.
I pull out.
Hi. I know I asked. Hi.
Hi, how's it going? She comes back up a little bit later. She's like, well, for the ladies, I got, rather basic looking, like the old-fashioned, not very flattering robes. She's like, for the gentlemen here, and once again, like it looks like workers. Looks like workers' clothes, and they've been used. And you can see
Yes.
Yarleaf like very visibly like.
I use
It's
prestidigitation
this,
to
or you
clean
remain
them
in
up.
your sack.
Yeah,
This-
I'm gonna
this
look at
guy-
him and be
It also
like,
hit my
really?
shirt.
This guy, used to walking into a tailor, getting custom-made clothes and everything like that, and now it's like.
Do you want to stay in burlap?
With your guys's, he's like, fine.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Thank you. And what
Don't-
what would you like in exchange?
don't really have anything for. I just have, and she pulls out like a kid's dress. Delaba, a little insulted, but also at the same time, don't really see much halflings around these parts. This is generally, human, human and elves, and like a mixture of essentially.
Could I do like mending on it to kind of make it fit her?
It will fit her. It's just
Oh, okay.
it's
It's
a
kid.
kid's clothes. It's
It's
not.
just the implication that, well, I don't have anything for a grown woman your size. Here's a kid's dress.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's-
it
That
works.
was the insulting part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But do it. You guys can use mending, prestidigitation, and fix them up a
Yep.
little bit. She's like, well, I'm pretty sure you're going to be watching out tonight, right?
Yes.
You know it.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, I'll take that, and just tell me where you guys have been for the last about 2 months or so. The
There's
fuck
a
is
wolf
that?
Having the most
The big
dramatic,
guy.
horrific tale
I'm
she's ever
literally-
heard in her life.
I'm gonna pull out one of the barista's teeth that I have in my sack.
All right.
You mugged a poor barista?
I mean,
knowledge. Come on.
I was
She was
one of them.
almost at
Shut up.
20,000 followers on TikTok for complaining about Starbucks. Come on, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out the book and just
Alright.
point out all the dinosaurs we had to fight.
That's what we've been doing.
So for most of the night, you guys can do that. After a bit, she does have to stop every so often because she's like, oh, one second, she has to, deal with other patrons that come in and everything like that. But
with the other patrons, Mithria's gonna absolutely go ham on this storytelling.
Okay, make
She's
a
gonna make
performance
it
check.
Bard is barding.
Yeah, I am barding this
barding.
up. Here we go.
Dun, 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 dun,
A
dun, dun.
performance?
Natural 1. Yeah, performance check.
Okay. I just gotta check how much I gotta add real quick. Performance. Okay, that is a 28.
Jesus Christ, Bard can bard.
Jeez.
Yeah, get
Well,
right.
if she didn't, I would be a little disappointed.
Really?
I am going all
start.
in using effects.
You start going. At first,
spark with prestidigitation.
At first, it's only the proprietor that kind of watching, and then a couple people oh, cool, and then stop, oh, there's the drink, and then they don't move back to the table, so they're watching you. And by the time it rolls around to about 11 o'clock or so at night, they've all adjusted the tables so they can watch you, and they're all facing you as Mithria is putting on this show.
As Mithria is putting on the show, I'm gonna take watch with Fenrith.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take watch.
Can I carve while I teach?
It would be a little bit harder, especially when you're just starting to teach, so it would be a lot harder.
Okay, yeah.
You'd probably have negatives to both teaching and
would
carving.
you rather start with Draconic or the Sylvan?
Hold on.
Which one does the little guy prefer to speak?
Draconic.
So then teach me Draconic. Moronic, please.
All right. I'll take the night off from carving to help teach you to get you started properly.
Are you guys going to stay in the tavern, or are you guys going to sit outside? Because it is only about 10, 11, so that means
we can stay outside because they're starting to get to the fun part of the escapades and.
Oh yeah, I'm getting all in about the battle with the dinosaurs.
So we'll outside.
Getting into it.
I'm gonna walk outside and have Fenris give me a boost so I can get up on top of the tavern, just so I can keep watch from up there.
It is a rather large tavern. It is, I think, a 2-story tavern. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to transform in the middle of town just to give you a boost.
That's fine.
Mind you could just earth. You could also just earth shift too. Just make staircase.
Oh, that's true too. I'm just gonna earthbend a set of stairs. Just
as Fenris and this is how you say water. What? And you guys just see a staircase and D'Artagnan's
and all of a sudden, this is how you say water, and then Draconic expletive.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so those on watch, I need you to make a perception check.
Oh wait, hold on.
Check. Yes.
Okay.
Would my performance count as Mantle of Inspiration?
What does Mantle of Inspiration do?
It says here, as bonus action, spend 1 use of Bardic Inspiration to grant 8 temporary HP to up to 4 creatures you can see that can see you within 60 feet.
If you want to, but they're also all drunk tavern members, so...
Well, no, I just want a just in case to support my friends. Give that to them.
Sure. If you want to do that, then yeah, definitely. This you're putting the flourish.
All right.
I'm assuming leaving out the fact that your 2 of your compatriots can turn into Ursanthropes.
Yes.
Well, they get the extra HP regardless.
No, I'm saying for your performance.
No,
I'm assuming you're leaving out.
Oh.
Instead of saying yes, and Rowan grew back up into his werebear form and charged into the baristo, you're kind of yeah, Rowan got back up and charged in. And you're
Yeah, you're not telling that they're werewolves or werebears, whatever they are. You're not saying that.
You can explain the grew to large size, though, and you can emphasize that very strongly.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping the secrets, but I'm also making it very interesting to listen to.
All right, especially with a 28. You got.
Isn't there one tavern owner who already knows that At least
Yeah, but
better
why
This one.
credit for everybody?
I don't remember if it's
Actually.
this one or the other
Actually, I
one.
think it's
No, it's this one. We
which
stayed
is the
at
one
this
that I got hit
place
with a
for a
fireball.
while. Yeah.
Yeah, but
This
you
is the one
guys,
where we had the 2 Carnos come in.
you
Yeah,
guys
it's this
also in Stevenstown, the
Then
one
yeah,
in
that's
there.
where it happened. Yeah, but we didn't deal with Carnos.
So
or
there
with
are
that
at
one.
least 2 bartenders that know we have werebears in the party.
Yeah, but we don't need the whole
No, only
town
one of
to
them.
know.
Okay.
They don't talk.
So Amaya and Fenrith for first watch, make your perception check and your funny number check.
21 perception,
Oh.
and the funny number is a
Oh.
D12, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Are we
A
both rolling or
4.
just one of us?
Both of you.
Okay. And I got a 22.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And funny number check for you two?
4.
All right. Dun dun
Uno.
dun. All right, you guys are talking, looking around, anything like that. And a couple times you notice in a tree there's a figure just chilling out in a branch.
I recognize the smell.
Yeah. We
You
know
guys-
who it is.
You guys are right, so you know,
Yep.
like up in.
Yeah. It's fine. I kind of figured he wouldn't be inside. So.
So you Amaya, you can put down for your 4-hour watch, I'll say 2 hours of learning moronic.
Thank you.
Just because you're not focusing that entire time.
Yeah.
You're split focused. So 2 hours of moronic learned.
If I actually wrote down moronic, I'm going to hurt you.
Who is taking second watch?
I will.
All right. No one's going to argue that fact? All right. D'Artagnan,
No.
you're on.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
are we
no,
gonna?
is anyone joining D'Artagnan?
I guess.
Oh,
Well, I
yeah.
was gonna teach Warren Elvish, and he
yeah.
was gonna teach me Giant.
Yeah. So, all right, D'Artagnan.
All
Sleep
right.
next
All right.
to the door. I'll
And-
sleep close to the door.
Kind of like
Alright.
we did the last time. I'm in the middle.
Whoa,
Good.
damn.
D'Artagnan, what is your perception check?
27.
Damn, Sean. You're like, hey, this is a really good spot, actually. You can, like, see out.
Yeah, I'm just up on top of the tavern. I'm linked to one of them just because, well,
I'm assuming Amaya, for the sheer fact that
Yeah.
she's the hardest to wake up.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I'll take
Funny
pride
number.
in that.
Funny number, 12.
6.
Fucking hell. All right, percentile chance. Let's go.
Okay.
You lowered it to like
If
a
you
1.
bring one of
You
them
have to
inside
roll
this
a 1.
town,
Yeah.
For
yeah.
the love
Or
of God.
remove the
If-
he maybe remove the barista from the area. Is the area.
Yeah, you would think DM would prepare an aerial one. Nope, I'm using the same forest chart. Let's go.
Yeah.
If it works, it
Hmm.
works.
Well, this is going to be fun.
No.
No.
99.
No.
No
No.
fucking
That's
shot!
the fucking
No.
number.
No.
I swear
No.
to fucking
No. No.
oh.
Shut up. No, you didn't roll that.
God.
Please.
Deus and I have stayed up rolling freaking magic items using percentiles. I won't roll above a 20 until I get to like 90s.
All right.
So,
So
you had
as-
to have thought and changed the barista to like a 2, right? Instead of a 99?
No, because
No.
2 is
Or
something completely
midpoint.
different. 2 is... Where's my chart?
And I've discussed this with Erez. If he doesn't want me rolling a barista, put it at like 50. I never roll.
That's why I told
Dead
him
center.
to roll a 2.
Uh,
Put it
no.
on a 2.
A 2 is a baby alabaster elk.
Once again, you
Aw.
could have switched it. Seeing as how this will be our
Where's
fourth
the fun in
encounter
that?
with the
Could
goddamn
have, but
thing.
I really don't want to make a special chart just for D'Artagnan. And at this point, it will literally be like 1 to 10,
Yeah.
90 to 100, and then 11 to 89, just blank. Because I wouldn't have to worry about anything.
You only
Come
need
on.
20 options for D'Artagnan.
All right, D'Artagnan, you're sitting on the roof, looking. You notice Thario. You notice he's drawing back his bow, and out of it, he's like, "You fucker!" And he kind of like puts it back and turns it down, and you can faintly hear a like he was just toying with you, just sticking off. A little bit later, you're looking around. it's a nice view if the sky could actually be seen instead of the overcast clouds that it seems to be perpetually around this area.
Mm-hmm.
But then, as the night gets darker, and you can see people like filter out of the safe house, going back to their place before all closes up, and they actually have to fully get into the no more goes area. You're looking, and you can see these shapes in the sky in the distance. And you're like, oh, cool, birds. That bird is a little bit bigger than the other birds. That bird just ate one of the other birds. And very faintly, it echoes to you this like loud roar that softly vibrates the roof. And these things are far away. These things are like specks in the distance, far away, yet it still did this. And you can see like these little couple of flashes of light around where these are. And then the big bird ate a little bit more of the little birds. And then the big bird just kind of drifts off out of sight.
I look over to where Thariel's perched in a tree, like, is that a fucking dragon?
He does not seem to be looking over your direction.
I'm not gonna be a dick and shoot him to get his attention. I'm not. You know what? No, he shot me twice.
I was gonna say, is he within your range of your single message?
Bless you.
To connect, I have to be within 30 feet.
Yeah, but don't you have the 60-foot one? Oh no, it's
No.
a 30-foot one that I have. I
Yeah.
thought you had similar too.
So what are you doing?
Okay.
I'm gonna not shoot him. I'm gonna shoot near him to get his attention.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Dirty 20.
Okay. I'm assuming you're using your bow?
Yes,
With an arrow or without the arrow?
without the arrow, just so that it's a glob of force, and then like
And acid.
yeah.
As you
Which
go,
I'm not. Wait,
hits.
is he on a reasonably thick branch?
Thick enough for him to think that he could sit on it, yeah. Doesn't mean it's going to hold up if there's acid on it, though.
That's what I was hoping for.
Oh my god.
High or low?
Come on.
Really?
Just shit. Bump.
High or low?
Hi.
You said you wanted him to fall?
Yes.
Okay. Roll 3d6 for me, please.
You asshole.
Hey, he shot me
This is-
fucking twice. This is my payback for the
To
second.
teach
or
you a
the first
lesson.
time.
He was doing it for the better,
14.
the greater good,
All right.
for your benefit.
You're like, wait, is that... And you hear a loud crack as it tumbles.
Yeah, that's
And he
great.
strapped
What are
himself
you
in.
going to attract?
And he strapped himself in, so he didn't follow the tree. So he falls on the ground. And you hear, and then expletives in Elvish. As he cuts himself
I
out of his
motioned
rope.
for him to come over.
You see him limping over.
Oh, you big baby! I know you're not that hurt.
And he's like, what do you want?
I'm going to point in the direction where I saw the dragon, or what I think is a dragon. So, I saw something big over there in the distance that roared so loud it shook my roof. And it also had flashes of light around it before it ate whatever it was flying after.
Did it come
So-
closer?
Not close enough that I could definitively tell what it was.
Well, then there's no problem now, is there? And he, like, hobbles back over to where he was, finds a new tree to sleep in as he, like, starts climbing up. And he's not using one of his arms as he climbs up.
Oh.
Did you break his arm?
Probably not. That probably would have done more damage.
Dislocation, though.
That's rude. We want him to like us so he'll help us defeat the big bad of this realm.
All right.
He's also shot me twice, so that's my second payback. And to be fair, my first one probably did more damage than that. Just saying.
Yeah, But also, you know, he was awake when you did that all the time, not middle of his trance that he only gets a couple hours a night for.
Which, to be fair, didn't know he was asleep. But the fucker shot me in the leg while I was asleep, so deal with it.
Anyway, continue.
All right, third watch is Mithria and Rowan. You guys going to stay in the tavern, or you guys going to go outside?
Outside would probably be better.
What could possibly go wrong outside?
We've lived in the forest for like 2 months. It's fine.
I'm sorry, I had to step away for a sec. What was that?
No, just asking if you're going inside, staying inside, or going outside.
I think we'll go outside.
Hey, both of you guys agreed.
Yeah.
All right, you guys go outside.
Okay.
D'Artagnan, you stay on the roof, or are you going inside?
I'm going inside.
All right. Go inside. Mithria, Rowan?
Yeah, while we're on watch, I'm gonna start with the Elvish alphabet.
Okay.
Write it out for him.
Are you only doing one learning, or are you both going to take some time and both learn?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Why not both? What else besides, make sure we're safe?
Right. Both of you perception check. Both of you guys funny number check.
Ooh.
Oof. 11 for perception check.
Your brain is focusing on the Elvish characters in front of you. Like, the fuck are these?
Oh, yeah, I get advantage.
True. Yeah. Natural 20.
Oh,
there
we go. That's better.
That's 19.
All right.
Okay, I got, let's see, 15.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. And Mithria, what is your funny number?
6.
All right. Percentile check.
What?
Roll the dragon.
Roll a percentage check.
Okay, that is 48.
No, it should be 2d10.
What? Yeah. What?
Ignore him.
No, that's so mean. You're so mean.
Wow.
All right.
I'm
So, as you guys,
so baby at this game.
as you guys are teaching, you guys hear almost like a braying sound.
Like
coming from
a donkey?
like sort of, yeah.
I'm thinking, what does a brain sound like?
Yeah,
No, braying.
That's what I heard.
Like
I heard brain too. I was very confused.
Not brain.
Is it just like a wet flop on the ground?
Not what D'Artagnan's lacking.
Slurp, slurp.
Braying, as in Braying. Braying.
Like a horse or a donkey.
Not an intellective hour?
Neighing. Okay, neighing.
Well, yeah, sure.
I think of my poor sweet donkey who's probably feeling so abandoned right now.
Do you guys look over?
It's probably dead by now. It's probably been like 300 years.
Do you
No!
guys look over? Or are you guys just gonna ignore?
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna look over.
Yeah, I look over.
Okay. You see this semi bipedal creature about Rowan's height in its normal form, with this large, almost looks like a almost like a tube coming out of its head, going to the back to make it look like some kind of pseudo mohawk almost. As you see a couple of them come through, they like lean down onto their semi-shorter forearms. And they start eating some of the grass, and then you see a couple more come in. They eat, and they bray out a little bit more. They kind of like look around, and after a bit, they kind of like get up and start walking off, and they just disappear down the road.
Oh, okay.
That was weird.
Look in your book.
My donkey.
Are they in the book?
Make an investigation check. I think the better question is, does DM have tokens for them?
A 9. I have a -1 for
Oh,
investigation.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
So you can either continue learning Elvish or you can spend time investigating. It's gonna be your choice.
I'd rather learn Elvish.
All right. You're not too sure.
Quick flip through. Nope, I don't see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back to the wording.
Yep.
All right. So each of you guys get an hour, just a single hour, in what you need. So Rowan, you get an hour towards your Elvish. And Mithria, you get an hour towards your Giant over your watch.
How many hours do we need to be fluent?
A lot.
You need 10 work weeks, which you're looking at about 80 hours in a work week.
Yeah.
So,
Isn't a work week 40 hours?
not in
Yeah.
medieval times.
But the rules are using modern day terminology.
Also, with your guys' intelligence, no, it's definitely longer. It's
We need 80 hours.
per week.
To be
So 800.
Wait.
No. 800 hours. I want to point out. You need 10 work weeks at 80 hours a week.
Dang.
Like 80-hour work weeks. So 800 hours.
So
Lot of
at what
overtime.
point are you able to communicate at all?
I'll say after about 100, you can do broken.
Okay, good enough.
You guys are essentially like learning the alphabet. Like, this is what this means. And you're like, that's scribbles.
I don't know how I'm gonna start. I don't know if I'd start teaching the official way or just kind of start through speaking and then go to
Speaking.
wording.
just. I don't
Just
need to know how to write it.
Pull out your setting stone. So I'm gonna open up an app called Duolingo here, and it's like.
Yeah. I don't.
Uh,
I would have just had. I'm literally just having you teach me how to speak it. I don't need to know how to write it. I'm not going to write to Ash. Like, I just want to know how to speak it.
All right.
All right.
I mean, I'm fluent in Spanish. I can't write it worth shit. But I can speak it fluently.
We can't have Duolingo teach us because then some owling fucking rogue is going to come kill us all when we don't do our Duolingo for the day.
comes up tossing a dagger like,
Just
hey
saying.
Ash, I noticed you didn't continue your streak today. Is there like uses a dagger to clean the nails? Is there a reason you not doing it there?
Yeah, like Mitri is going to get a message in Giant, not know what the hell it says, but it translates roughly to, I'm approaching your location rapidly. You have 30 seconds to hide.
Get Duolingo, what is it, Supreme or whatever? Like the upgraded version just comes around. It's like, you haven't paid your bill this month. What's going on? Do I have to break your kneecaps?
Duolingo's run by the mob, confirmed.
How do you say, please spare me my life in Elvish?
All right, you guys do that, and soon dawn approaches. You guys
Dawn?
get up. Shut the fuck up. You guys get up. The proprietor is like wakes everyone up, gets the breakfast, gives you guys it. Thanks you again for the performance and telling everything like that. She really enjoyed it. Also looking through your guys' bestiaries of the local creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And then right about 8:30, she's like, "All right, and now everyone get the fuck out," and just like kicks everyone out.
Yep. Expecting it.
Kicks you guys out.
Just nicely.
Yeah.
And then so you guys are now. What do you guys want to do? You guys are back on the. Which now you guys see. Maya Fenrith, where you guys seen Thariel, you notice his branch is on the ground.
What the hell? I'm gonna go look for him.
All right.
What the hell is this shit?
He's a couple trees back. He's like, "Yeah, your Ganassi is gonna die soon, very soon." And he just like,
hurt?
and he kind of like holds up his hand that it's not flexing nearly as much as he used to. Like, I'll be fine. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but I have my lay on hands that I do.
I'll be fine. It's not the worst I've gotten. It's just more of a surprise and the trunk landing on my hand.
Now,
That was.
I'm doing healing hands. He can say no all he wants. I do it.
Okay. You. Which, by the way, his slow is your guys' normal.
Right.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
fine, but he's like very talented, and we need his hands.
You just want me for my hands.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, we also need him. We need him in good shape. Period.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. I'm gonna look at D'Artagnan and be like, "What the fuck?
Hey, he woke me up with an arrow. I did the same.
Really?
Yes.
You took his
fucking-
whole damn tree branch down."
You
Well-
didn't fall out of a tree. What are you...
He shot me in the fucking thigh.
You're fine.
So's he.
As the nobles are looking at you guys like, and these are our guardians. We're fucked. We are absolutely fucked.
All
Well,
right.
technically, we didn't do anything. It's the one person.
One.
Yes, but they're looping your entire group together.
Of
like,
course they are. Yeah,
yeah.
Jeez.
the one bad
But
kid in the group.
without any other options, they
Have
they
Hey, we got him out of prison. It should count for something.
yeah. All right.
All right.
We also got
So-
them into prison, so
Yeah, that's true. But
All right.
the end.
So what would you guys like to do for the day?
We have to figure out where we're going, because we're gonna have to start moving.
Well,
There-
We wanna head to
where we're
literally
going, is the easy part because we follow the river. It'll take us right where we want to go.
So you guys are heading to Stevenstown.
But doesn't the river flow? The river flows the opposite way of where we want to
Yeah.
go.
The river
Yeah, we
flows
gotta
map
follow along
north,
the side.
but following it with if I'm getting Ramen right, following it will at least lead you guys in the right direction instead of you guys going off into the forest. Be like, are we going the right way? We don't know. Let's continue, shall we?
Okay.
Whereas the river is like, okay, we keep the river in sight or like right close to us, then we know we're going the right way until we get to certain landmarks.
Right, and we're heading north on the
Yes.
map, right?
Map south.
Map
Oh,
south.
map south. Oh, because
This
the
map is
map
backwards.
isn't. Yeah, it's not oriented the right way.
This map is mirrored and upside down.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
Can we fix it?
that's
No, no, no,
that's a
go in and
DM
fix the
needing
writing.
to fucking futz with a lot of stuff thing there.
Okay, so basically we're upside down and backwards technically on this map.
Yes.
Yeah,
Flip it
so
180.
aren't we
Rotate
always
Rotate
though?
180.
Oh, that's gonna hurt my head.
Look, you can look at the crew map I have on the side here if you want.
Yeah.
We all appreciate your finger painting, Rowan.
Okay, so we're wait, but once again, then are we heading?
So
Alright,
we want to
alright.
go this way. The map is looking this way.
All right.
Okay, gotcha.
So looking at the map, right?
Sorry.
That's fine. I didn't lock it. It was my fault.
Oh, okay. We still want to head east, though, don't we?
So you guys want to. So this is the tower, the
Mhm.
wizard's tower, and then apparently the heart is somewhere in this radius.
Yeah, so we're gonna start heading towards the heart.
So yeah, so you want to follow the river.
Currently
So
here?
Stevenstown is
Mhm.
this one right here.
Okay.
So this is the
Gotcha.
this is the castle.
The castle. Okay.
So you guys are like right in here.
Yep.
So go down, go to Stevenstown, follow the river up.
Yep.
Because technically speaking, yes, Robin's the only one that's seen a map like this, but just for the fucking sake of brevity, I'm just.
Oh yeah.
And so the mountain range.
Yes. Okay.
So the mountain feeds the river, brings it down, and then it also sends down the darkened stale in like little nuggets and stuff like that, and it also sends down different gems and gold.
Yep. Okay.
So in Stevenstown,
I-
that's why the blacksmith had a whole bunch of gems. He's like, they're shiny rocks, but there's no use for them. And you guys are like, oh yes, there is. Oh fuck, please.
Yeah.
They sure make
Yeah.
my tools look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
Alright.
they'll add it onto some tools just because if it's a harder gem, kind of like diamond encrusted blades
Mhm.
type thing. But other
Or
than
they'll
that,
be
they're
like,
just like,
that's a down payment on a castle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You're like-
exactly.
please. So Stevenstown is right here.
All right, so we're gonna head Stevenstown, follow the river towards the mountain
Yep.
to try to get to the heart of the forest. That's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna
So
spend the night in Stevenstown as well.
Stevenstown, and then
Because it's a day trek to get to Stevenstown.
Stevenstown over here.
We need a faster way to travel.
We have one.
No,
Kind of.
How?
Yes.
What?
no, because then no, between fly and transport, no, it's just
It
So
wouldn't last long
Stevenstown,
enough.
and then
it
so
doesn't last long enough.
that was the town on the map, and then so you guys got to go
Yep.
down this way here.
Yeah. Okay, making sense.
All right. So you guys are heading down to Main Street and then heading out.
Yes.
Yep. We'll check if there's any caravans ready to leave or if they've already left.
Okay. You guys go, and guys like, no, we've been ordered not to send any more lumber down that way. All our lumber has to go to the castle.
Yeah, that's why we have.
You
to
don't hear
start
my
the track.
story? Were you not at my story last night?
Yes, but orders are orders. Guards came in, told us it, and they scare us a lot more than you guys do.
Yeah, makes sense.
Fair enough.
We
Let's
have to
march.
find a way to stop this before he kills all the inhabitants of this place.
What do you mean, kill all the inhabitants?
No, I'm not saying this out like to him.
No, do
But-
it. Don't, like, they need to know. They need to know.
No, because
They
it's not
know.
gonna matter.
They know.
You can see the way they
They're
cut
the
them.
ones who. Yeah.
How they cut the logs. They kept it's axe cut, so there was always going to be like bumps in it. But the way they cut it, actually the points now are a little bit more stake-like. So
Yeah.
when they cut it down, they purposely did that. So odds are they're probably using these to make giant ass. Well, like what you guys seen at the castle, the logs to stop any creatures coming in. There were little traps. So they kind of started that process already, just
Spike
the way
walls.
they copied it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember the tactical term, but yeah, spike wall.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
tank trap, but I'm like, that doesn't really exist. It exists in
Well, that's
fantasy.
right.
Yeah.
But
Well,
essentially, yeah.
Yes.
So they cut it into already like a tip. That way it's easier to refine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But they have a couple, and they're like, oh, on the blood side, it's slightly quicker than going all the way to Stevenstown.
Yeah, let's go.
Like, good luck. And then they head off as you guys head off.
Yep.
All right. Who wants to roll the funny number?
I will.
All right.
Oh.
Nope, both of you guys can. No, you both said yes, so you both can.
Well, it's gonna be more than one that we need anyway. So
I rolled a 10.
Nice. All right.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. Not bad. So you guys go, and it's pretty peaceful. It is still, there's barely any cloud breaks. Like this area, for some reason, just seems perpetually. It's like this plane of existence is like, yeah, we don't want sun. Thanks. Appreciate
Is it magically this way?
that. Make a Arcana check.
I would say it's like living on the Pacific Northwest. It's just always cloudy.
Is it anywhere mountainous?
18.
You're not an expert, especially since when you were being taught, you're like, do I really need to learn this though? Like, come on, really? But there are places that do keep cloud cover a lot of the time. But there's also a good chance that this could, yes, be magical. Especially if what the Master of the Castle said about something powerful in the forest. If it's in with a certain radius, it might. You know of creatures that can affect the radius where they are. So you're not. For you, it's a toss-up. It could be magical. It could also just be natural. You're not 100% sure.
Okay.
You guys
Shared
head out.
loud, Fenrith might know one of the types of creatures that can do so.
Yeah.
You guys head out, and there's a couple times you see some kind of creature come out from the forest. You're like, hey, snack time. Oh, hell no. Nope. And they just like walk back into the forest. And you guys like, no. Not worth it.
We're literally at the point where we're like, come on, we just want to kill one of you so we have food. Like, we're like, whatever, come at us.
At this point, it's the DM doesn't want to make you guys do a combat for no reason because you guys are going to win anyway because half of your party can't be damaged.
Only a third. Thank you very much.
Well, as you guys walk, is there anything you guys want to be doing?
We should be discussing the fact that he is gathering troops to.
Oh, that's way smarter than what I was gonna go for. I was just gonna make. Why don't we just practice our languages more?
No,
Yeah.
we need to discuss the fact that he is gathering troops.
Just Mithria.
Yes,
I
no,
have
that's
5 hearts again in
way.
Duolingo. Come on, we gotta practice.
He's coming. I can feel it. Please, please.
Please.
I just
That's gonna
want
get
to
clipped and
learn
taken out of
giant.
context real quick.
No! 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 How dare you do this to me? How dare you?
You said it, not me.
God.
Shut up! I hate you forever.
Well,
All right.
that's
So
You're
talking
the one
about
that said it,
anyway.
not me.
talking about
It's just a bard doing
Duolingo.
bard
That's
things.
what we're talking about. Duolingo.
No. Guys, come on. All right. So back to what's happening in the game.
I will never forgive you.
Hey, it's fitting that the bard in the party said it.
No.
She is too innocent of a bard. Leave her be.
Well,
All right, so he's gathering people from all the towns. How many towns did that guy say?
he listed off, I think, 3.
3.
But he didn't mention either of the 2 we familiar with.
But that's the thing, is the one that we were just at. Remember how they said, like, hey, don't go to the castle. People who go there never return.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's just
We
because they
returned.
were conscripted forever.
but here's my thing, is like, maybe he's like, hey, I've already taken 90% of the people out of that, and I can't keep taking, or that town's gonna be gone. Maybe he's branching out now.
No, he doesn't care.
That's true.
Or he's been branching out the whole time. Now he is just massive.
Massive gathering
Instead
of
of-
troops. Yeah.
Instead of a handful of guards coming in the night and taking a handful of people, he's now just, no, you guys are coming with us now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Essentially, if he takes these people and go and loses, this world isn't really going to be able to protect itself.
It can barely protect itself now, but we still have to figure out, like, we don't want that asshole in our world, do we?
Well, in our world, he won't be as much of a threat.
Will he?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's
Are we
get
sure about
our
that?
nobles back to their place and their resources.
I don't mean physically he's strong and all, but as in like a political. Unless he's going to just storm castles, it's going to create him more problems than anything. Because his
Well, he's got
adventurers
the
guild,
disadvantage of not knowing what the heck's been going on in the world.
that and his
It-
adventurers guild, it doesn't exist anymore.
And it's been like 1,000 years, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Roughly 1,000 years since he's
Well.
been on our world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we tell the nobles about, like, him and, like, our theories on, like, the time in this place?
Do you want to?
No.
I would like to. Especially to
At least with the lava.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say to Dalaba.
The people, we have someone that could help us piece
Why?
things to get help us.
Why?
brush
Why are you
things
doing
out.
that?
The Duolingo bird. That's the Duolingo bird.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, as you guys were
Come
talking, I
on.
got the angry Duolingo.
God.
You haven't practiced your Duolingo yet today.
You know, it took me a while to figure out what you guys were talking about.
So you tell Dalaba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I mean, he looked human. Generally,
Yeah.
those folk are short, but I do know some wizards, once they get powerful enough, there are creatures called liches. They're powerful
He's
undead.
not a lich.
No? Okay. So strike that one off. There
I
are.
think time flows weird here.
He said something about it only being here for a few decades.
But in our world, it's been almost 1,000 years.
Well, in the Feywild, their town does float weird there. I know that much. So maybe we're either in the Feywild or a plane of existence similar to that.
In any of your guys' reading on the Feywilds, have they said anything about these types of creatures that you've seen?
I prefer not to deal with the Feywild. Those are a bunch of special Fey, and generally the Merchants Guild don't really need to deal with them very much there. So I was
Growing
like,
up, we're told to avoid it.
yeah,
Forest.
unfortunately, the only time Fey I really have to deal with Fey, for that is if I have to summon one. But even then, it's been a number of years since I've had to do that.
Right, but he's been here a
What's
couple
a
of
Fey?
decades, and we've
Delava points
Eh.
to the fairy dragon.
Ash
Yeah.
That's a lizard.
is not a
Yeah,
lizard.
fairy
Leave
folk.
him alone. He's a fairy.
So essentially, what's going on is he's still fighting a war that's ended
doesn't exist.
on our planet.
And he's gathering people from at least 3 different towns that we know of to go for this heart of the forest to try to transport everybody back to our world.
Do you know what this heart
It's
is?
taking not a clue. And
It's a
taking
creature.
at least 200 souls to do it.
Well, the souls are for the portal.
Yeah, technically he said he could open a portal, but it would cost 200 souls. But the way that
Right.
he wants to do it with which apparently this heart does, would essentially negate those 200 souls.
Right.
So he is trying to find a way to not have to sacrifice people, but also at the same time the amount of people that he has to send towards to try to destroy this thing would probably equal to or greater than the 200 souls.
200 souls,
Yeah.
exactly.
But you do know that he did lose pretty much his entire party to this land, so.
He is insane.
Probably.
I mean,
I feel like he started like this war, like when he was not on this plane of existence, as probably some type of neutral or good person. But
no, I
years
think
take a
being
toll.
here has definitely warped his brain. But I mean, I don't know. We've got to figure out what the heart of the forest is. We have to figure out how to get back home. And then I kind of feel bad about the people who are here. Why do I feel bad about people who are here?
Well, they have
know.
known nothing else, so they are just like,
Right.
and there's nothing.
But have they? Okay, so my question is, were they here when he got here, or were they part of like the generation, right?
They were settlers. They were part of the settlers. This place
They were-
was found, and then like we need to get away from the war. So then they sent apparently a group of adventurers, accompanied by a reclaimer, to be
Right.
like, all right, like find this place. They're like, okay, cool. It seems safe enough, at least compared to the wars happening. So they're like, well, we're losing Meritalodon. So they're like, all right, we need a sanctuary. We need a life raft. So they sent civilians here, and then it seems that they were not able to get back like they should have been. So then it became. So the lord of the manor seemed to be like, I guess maybe either the party leader or soon became the party leader, but him and his party were the essentially guardians of these people, and then the land kind of took over, splitting up the towns from what he was saying. Because apparently all this wasn't fully like that. Apparently it was a lot easier to reach the towns before, so something happened.
Okay.
And he lost one by one. He lost his party, and apparently the reclaimer that was brought.
Sounds like the heart of the forest was fighting against him.
And
Well,
also,
I feel like this whole land was fighting against him.
well, he keeps saying that he's still fighting the war, but I've yet to see any remnants of a war here. It's all been dinosaurs and elks.
It's all been monsters.
Yeah,
But
lately it's just been survival.
right,
Those
so like,
should
is
be
that
survival.
the war he's talking about? Like, hey, we're trying to
No.
survive. But how many people did they bring? Like thousands here? And I understand it's been like a couple of decades since they've been here, but that's not enough. Like, That's a lot of people. Was there anything like in the history books? And I'm looking at like the people who are learned. That's not our group.
Opinion is
Not
just
our
like,
group. I'm
yes.
looking at the NPCs
No.
to be like, hey, is there anything about like a mass exodus from our plane during the war, the Great War 1,000 years ago?
Jarl leaves like, don't look at me.
I'm not really
Quinara
looking
is
at
like,
him.
I'm an adventurer. Between Dalaba and Garen, Garen is essentially like an archaeologist of sorts. You guys learned because she liked to look for old artifacts and stuff like that. So between her and Dalaba, there was
who I was. Who I was pointing my question to would be those two.
There was back in the, from what he was saying, it is true that it said that Dalaba is a little hesitant to speak fully, as in she's like, well, this information's kind of restricted, but also at the same time we're in a death world, so. But it was losing the war. The continent was losing because it was a war on two fronts that they couldn't handle.
Okay.
Even with the Mages Guild helping and everything like that, they couldn't fully do it because there was issues stopping the mages from essentially unleashing their full power. There was an exodus. There was also like that. It was during the Adventurers Guild's golden age, right? Because of the wars. So then it was this. So they would send the most powerful adventurers off that weren't fighting in the front lines. They thought there was another continent, a larger continent on the world. None of those really came back. They think that the creatures protecting the reefs kind of ate them, which is why ships only go a certain. It's kind of like, hey, if you go any further, you fall off the edge of the world. In this world, it's, hey, if you go too far, sea creatures are going to eat you. Yeah. Then they were thinking of different planes of existence, which caused issues on sometimes because some of the planes aren't really good. But doesn't know about any sanctuaries. And even Delab was like, maybe could create a demi-plane, but those usually only last for a certain amount of time before they kind of go. So. And they're usually empty. They're usually a creation of whoever creates them. Mm-hmm. So they're going to make a sanctuary on a demi-plane. It'd be like, hey, this is, a utopia, not a freaking desert dinosaur-infested place.
Maybe it was just the world-renowned wizard Jeff Goldblum that did it.
And life found a way.
Yeah.
It did.
Found a way. Thariel is also not paying attention at all to you guys. He is whistling. It seems some kind of tune. And as you guys are talking, you also notice he's detoured slightly closer to the forest.
Yeah.
And you see him looks like he's petting this little creature.
I wander over. What's this?
Hi, isn't this so cute? You see this little lizard-like creature, about foot and a half tall. And you see a couple more start to appear.
Fucking the little one.
I look over? Fenrir kind of looks over at
Dariel, move, I don't want to hit you with acid.
What? Oh, look at these guys. Look at. He picks one up. He's like, look at this. Ow, ow, fuck. And he drops it as he shakes his hand, as you see more of them come out.
Yep.
Oh,
Fenrir recognizes them.
Oh yeah, they're compies.
Oh yeah.
It takes a moment for him to get you back, Mithria. I won't make you guys roll or anything like that. It's you guys kind of fire off or anything like that, draw and scatter them off. And he's like, "Ow, that hurt!" And bit through his glove.
Oh.
Yeah. Annoying little buggers.
Yeah.
They're assholes. They ate a child.
Oh, they're
We
used.
tried. Couldn't save them.
Rip. But yeah, no, the information doesn't.
All I can imagine is Dario goes completely sane for 1 second.
Rip.
And walks off.
So it doesn't spark anything, but
No.
they know there was They thought they were losing
there are
1,000 years ago.
there's like dark areas in the history because the records were destroyed.
Right.
Oh, I'm so
Basically,
sorry.
the
I had to
response
step out
is-
for 1 second. What did we not learn?
About
this
the actual
area.
mass exodus.
We learned that the nobles that know things basically go, "Well, that sounds plausible."
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So I was like, a seeker probably could help you. They're generally from the order of the scribe, which those are the ones that they don't really go out into the world very much, unless because they have. Well, most of them. Well, the order of the scribe don't really go out, but once they find all the information they can in the books, then they'll go out. Those are the ones that usually track down ancient artifacts, and if there's ancient artifacts, there's usually ancient texts, and if there's ancient texts, that's information. Unfortunately,
that doesn't help us now.
Unfortunately, my school is not that. My school is something else.
Okay.
What's the longest teleport spell that's ever been used?
Like distance-wise?
Yes.
Lane shift?
It would be a plane shift. I know some go to different levels of the hells or the abyss. Some go to the higher planes, some go to the lower planes, some go to the Shadowfell.
Doesn't it just you have to know the place and have a tuning fork to
Correct. Which is why I wasn't able to take us. Which is why I wasn't able to take us home, since, going to a nice little fancy dinner, didn't expect me to need my entire war kit on.
Sense.
What's the distance on a teleportation circle?
Unlimited. As long as you know the sigils.
Okay, interesting.
It could be 5 feet, which would kind of be a waste, honestly, all the way up to across the entire continent.
But that's not planes. That's the same plane. That's not multi-planes.
Oh, correct, yes.
Right, yeah.
So there's teleportation circles, in which case, it's just teleport you from one area. Plane shift is kind of like teleportation circles, but for the different planes. You guys, and she kind of like looks at you guys over, she's like, actually, never mind, you guys don't have access to those.
Is there a way to figure out if we're still on the material plane?
She kind of like looks around, she's like, from the looks of it, we are, yes.
So it's safe to say wherever we are, we're not on a different plane, like
we could still be in a
astral
different
plane or
realm. My kind came from the material plane, but we're still in a different realm when we came to Mertaladon.
Well, I just don't want to be on like the astral plane or something.
Oh no, don't worry. The astral plane, if we were there, we'd just all be floating around everywhere.
Oh.
Or dead.
Or dead. Neither one of those are fun.
Either one.
I mean, we came pretty close to the second option a couple times doing a lot of stuff here, so.
But yes, no, it's unfortunately these ones do not know.
All right.
Have we tried sending to our friends?
That's what I'm gonna do
these places?
tonight. I forgot about it when we were in the last town because it's such a new spell for me. But
we got a lot on our minds too, so
Yes.
I am gonna try that before our draconic lesson tonight.
All right.
So our main goal is to get to the heart of the forest or the wizard tower before A-hole gets there.
Well, I really don't know what we would find in the wizard's tower. We're already dealing with one
lot of
a-hole.
shit
Why
Delaba
would we
could
deal
do.
with another a-hole?
Well,
Think
I
about
say
it.
the heart of the forest because we have a lot of nature people here, so it might be better.
And it's a wizard tower. Let's just say we go to the wizard tower. It's not a wizard tower like nowadays. It's a wizard tower from over 1,000 years ago. How were they?
Oh,
Like mages 1,000 years ago. Assholes?
I mean,
like
it all depends, right? Back then,
All about themselves?
Back then, the Artificer Guild was still part of the Mages Guild. Most were war wizards. Didn't really have much of a choice in that one. A lot stricter on magic control. So magic items, I'm sure. Do you have anything that you bought in the Adventurers Guild? Any armor or weapons or anything like that?
In the
My
guild?
cloak.
No.
Oh, we got the cloak
No, we got the bag.
She
My
motions.
bag.
She
Dragon hold
motions
it,
like
dragon.
hand it over type
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah, I hand it over.
She takes it and she flips up, and in a very small, and she has to angle it just right. You see a symbol on it. Very,
Watermark.
very controlling of what magic items are out there. That is why the seekers exist. You know, only allow certain magic items, certain number of magic items. So if they get lost for too long, then the seekers go out and find them. So if the wizards weren't doing that, they were generally at one of the fronts, assisting in holding back the hordes.
So it's okay. As we're walking, I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, I don't trust going to the wizard's tower. It concerns
You
me.
know, the Wizard Tower had. It's not a similar area, but it's a similar like area around the tower looks untraversable, like the Tainted Lands
I
thing.
was gonna say, did it look like the Tainted Lands?
No,
Well, it
it
could
more
also
looked
just
like
be like, don't go in this radius because we know is that something happens in this radius type thing.
Right.
well, that could be the same thing as the Tainted Lands. I don't know.
We've not been there before. We've not been anywhere on our land before.
Yeah, I don't recommend going to the Tainted Lands there. The Shattered
Oh.
Lands. They are. It is not a good place to go in the slightest.
But my question is, could those two towers be connected? Is that a thing?
You can connect towers, yeah.
Uh,
Do you know
hmm.
I think
if
he's dead.
the dude in the castle had a wizard in his employ?
He had a seeker.
No,
No,
He had a
he had a
didn't have a
reclaimer.
seeker. He had a
Was it a
reclaimer.
reclaimer?
Yeah.
Which
Oh, it
we
was a
know.
reclaimer. But still, there is
No,
something.
he's already said that he doesn't like him because he's losing people to the guy at the wizard's tower. They
Look,
don't get along.
I'm not saying that they got along, but who knows what happened? Maybe they did it first and now they don't. He didn't really go into details.
Maybe their relationship was strenuous to begin with.
Reclaimers aren't adventurers.
Maybe they're scorned lovers. They
Um,
used to be really into each other, and then they had a very messy breakup.
reclaimers aren't adventurers. They
No.
hold loyalty only to the Archmage.
Well,
Well,
his
he
party
had
that
one.
came here had one. Dead now.
So then probably the Archmage sent them along for something.
Well, he died trying to get back to.
Would they have sent
other
reclaimers as
town.
a representative of the guild if the stakes were high enough?
No, reclaimers aren't adventurers. They are only to the Archmage. If they wanted representatives, they would have sent representatives.
So they would have just sent a high level battle wizard instead of a reclaimer.
Indeed, yes.
Who sets up the towers?
Any wizard.
Whoever wants to use it.
But you also gotta figure that if this wizard's here and we're just trying to figure out like how when these people came, she was just saying if you weren't a war wizard, you were a seeker, right?
Yes, the Seekers back then were very much more roguelike, I guess you could say. They were always looking for certain treasures, and then they would sneak in and try to find them. Generally speaking, it'd be, say, found a dragon was hoarding a couple very powerful items. Seeker would commission one of the adventurers, or a couple groups of adventurers. They would go in. The Seeker would get the items they need, and the rest of the dragon's horde, if they slayed it, whatever,
Killed it.
they would get that as a reward.
So this guy was either a seeker or he just chicken shit and mass exodus with everybody else when they thought everything was done for.
The Lord of the Castle.
No, the wizard tower.
Well,
Oh,
From my understanding, when they got here, there were no people. There was only the forest and creatures. So they would have had to set the tower up unless there are orcs somewhere.
Why would orcs set up a wizard tower?
What the fuck would an orc do with a
Well-
wizard tower?
Well, the orcs and whatever else the people are fighting. I didn't read the books.
Word stupid. Book
What?
dumb.
So confused.
Well, the
well,
war that he's fighting, I don't know the names
Unfortunately,
of the
what you
people.
guys are postulating, unless of course you know if there was a wizard part of his group or not, he might have had a wizard part of the group, and the wizard could have been trying to create a tower in a more hospitable place.
What?
And in which case, if the wizard fell and it was starting to initiate some contingencies, and the guy in the manor didn't know what they were, that could explain why he
People
can't gain
keep
access
dying.
to it. Yes, wizards once they build towers, they customize it to how they wish, and they always put in defenses and everything like that. So if the wizard died before he could tell how to get around the defenses or the words to shut them down, then those defenses would go. I knew of one wizard one time. He went to a plane. It was a forest around, and he set some golems to work. The wizard died. The golems didn't receive the shutdown order, so the golems kind of just destroyed the entire forest and turned it into a desert.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Lord.
That's very intense.
I don't know if it was an actual wizard or if it was just some fantasy book, but either way, magic.
Yeah.
So this could be
So-
one of those issues.
You know, we'll find more information about this tower once we go up toward
Well, I mean,
where we're
it's
going.
okay. So we have to head. So, heart of the forest is. I'm just gonna say north because
It
Yeah.
is north.
it's north.
Yeah.
The wizard tower from Warren's description and crude little map is northeast.
Correct.
So we're gonna follow the river,
North.
right?
Yeah.
North.
Correct.
So we're gonna have a couple of days of travel, if not longer. We'll decide as we get there which way we're gonna go.
That's a problem for
Hopefully-
future us, not our
Yeah,
current
pretty
us.
much.
Yeah.
Not current us.
You know it.
But even if this high-powered wizard, say he's a secret, is he gonna try to steal our shit? We have magical items all over us.
Dilaba looks over
We
you guys.
don't have any legendary stuff.
There's a couple items that might, but other than that, you guys are, don't take this the wrong way, generally inconsequential to that.
Even with
Fair.
our new gear?
Well, I don't know exactly what your gear does. I kind of don't, and she kind of like holds up her hand. She's like, I kind of don't have. But
No.
for the most part, especially, and she motions around her neck for your guys' amulet. She's like, of your guys' skill level, generally doesn't have anything of import.
I really wonder what our skill level is when we get back.
Yeah, it's gonna update when we get there. And it's gonna be like-
New color change.
yeah,
That would be funny.
like getting all your texts after you get out of back into the
Oh.
new Wi-Fi range.
Oh my god. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's just.
Yeah, we'll just keep going. I
We're
don't think we're gonna get any more information right now.
No,
Alright.
I know, but yeah. Steven's down.
All right, I will be right back so you guys can discuss what you guys want to, if you guys want to spend a couple days here or if you guys want to get going.
All right.
I'd just say keep going.
We're gonna
Like-
spend
like-
the night.
Like spend the night in the town, but then just start heading north because
Well,
what are we gonna get here?
Do we,
We
want to spend
have
an
to-
extra evening or take some time to visit the blacksmith at night?
I would say we need to spend like 2 days here.
Why?
Let the nobles. They're still malnourished. They're not really gonna be ready to keep up
Mhm.
with the forest track. They've been in prison for 2 months,
Yeah.
eating
We'll
barely
take a bit
anything.
of time for them to recover here because we can do other things. There's other things some of us can do here as well.
I'm not saying a lot of time. 2-3
No.
days most.
Well, yeah.
Like, I don't expect them to heal. Magic.
hmm
Restoration should fix
I
that kind of.
We
I
can help
know.
speed it up as a
I can
cleric, you
speed
probably
it
help
up, but I can't fix it.
Oh no,
No.
if not fix it, no.
So I can speed it up, but I can't speed it up for all of them at once either.
Mhm.
Like I don't have that many spell slots.
No.
You know, so it's going to take me a couple of days
Yeah.
to get them to the point where I'd feel more comfortable with them trekking through the mountain or forest with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not saying spend a week or two. I'm saying, you know, a couple of days.
Yep.
Okay.
And in those times, I'll also try to message our friends back home.
Yeah.
See if
Especially the
I
one
can
that's
get
been
through.
messaging us.
Yeah, the ones that were trying to message us because they found something out about a reclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the displacers.
Yeah. And we also, I mean, we can ask around this town and see if they know anything about the Wizard's Tower. I highly doubt it, but it's worth inquiring for a few days.
Mm-hmm.
No, none of these people have gone off of like the main roads and things.
Doesn't mean there isn't information that's
It
spread.
doesn't mean that people haven't had rumors. I mean, they know not to go to the castle.
Well, yeah, because people have been to the castle, but they're so scared of the forest and the things in it, they wouldn't get anywhere near
But it's
that
only been
tower.
40 years or 50 years for them since they
And
came. So maybe they
most of
knew.
them haven't been to the castle. They
Right, but
stated themselves that they don't go there because it's death.
right, but what I'm saying is these are part of the original people that traveled
Yes.
here, right?
Well, yeah, them knowing of the Wizard's Tower, I understand. I was
That's what I
arguing the
mean.
point of
Like,
the castle, just because they haven't been to the castle, they know of it, they know it's dangerous. They may know similar levels of intel about the tower.
right.
Maybe.
I mean, they were part of the original group that came. There's got to be some old folks here who were, you know, this is probably like second gen, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know. But some of the elders may know,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Sure.
Assuming they made it, because
Right, assuming that they made it, but we could still ask. I
I will
mean,
accept that there's a very high chance they did not survive,
I
considering the
agree
environment.
with you. I agree with you on that, but there also may be stories that were passed.
Yeah, true.
Someone had to. Someone had to survive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
We've
gotta be
got
other like story people around.
right, and there's been multiple right, there's more than one generation here.
Yeah.
You know, if everybody didn't make it, there'd be nobody. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm just saying they
so.
could not, no guarantee they made it to the ripe old age.
No, that's true, but it could be like, "Hey, my dad told me stories about when they first came and"
That is true. Also, elves that could still been alive.
right. Although these all seem to be human.
He said there was a mixture of elves amongst the people.
Were there?
I think he was saying it was mostly elves and humans and a mixture thereof. Half
Okay.
elves would also have an extended lifespan, even though
Yeah.
it's only usually about 150.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I don't say we stay here very long. Give the nobles a couple of days.
Mhm.
I'll try with mass. Well, what is it? I'll try with restoration, lesser restoration for them
Mhm.
to speed it along, and I'll also try each night to message
Yeah.
or sending whatever my spell is I have.
Sending for the long
Yeah,
distance.
sending. Yeah. I mean, we can spend a few days. That caravan literally we passed yesterday.
Mhm.
And they're going for training. So I don't think that they're going to set out for the heart of the forest tomorrow. I'm not saying we have a ton of time, but I think we have a little time, right?
Mhm. Depends what they're training them with. If it's spears, it only takes a few days.
But
To a
that's
week.
still and they
Yeah,
have to move an army. There's
that is
9
true.
of us.
Yes.
How do you move an army through a forest? It's a good question.
Very slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly, which means we've got a good time advantage.
Unless
I
he has
mean,
mages to just rip through the forest.
they looked
At
at
this
us
point,
time,
I-
so
though.
weird with magic. I doubt it.
I doubt he's got anything that good at this point. Like his guards that are better, that are well equipped, are a rarity. Most of his guards are probably laughable with good gear
None
and
of
better
them
training than the ones we.
None of them hit us
now.
with magic, right? When we went there, it
No,
was
they
Not
just
really,
hit us
no.
with ridiculously large ballista bolts.
right. That's what I'm saying. But it wasn't like we were getting hit with magic. Like
No.
have we seen a lot of magic been used?
No.
That's okay.
Other than the side effects of magic.
Right.
So like enchanted items kind of thing.
Yeah. But even then, I mean, this
Primitive.
is this is primitive.
Wait, the war that he's been fighting, wasn't that with the giants?
The giants were the Scourge War was against giants, goblinoids, orcs,
And
and all those.
he's not really fighting it right now. He wants to get does he like think it's still going on?
Yes, he
Yes,
thinks
he
he's still
does.
fighting it. But
Okay.
He
we
thinks the war's
found
still.
exactly one Goliath, and that is it. No
Yeah.
goblins, no giants,
Granted,
And
giants or
Goliaths weren't
anything.
necessarily involved in the fight that way.
So I'm confused. Is he
He's
fighting it or is
confused.
he not?
No, he's confused too.
No, so. What happens in his case? He thinks the war is still happening back home.
On our plane.
Yeah. So what he is doing, in the sense that he's fighting this war, it's not that he's actively causing having skirmishes against the kind of the battle. He is prepping himself to go home
To
and
fight a war
step in
that's
and
not
help.
going on.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't believe us.
But no, he says he's still fighting it here, that they are here.
No, the way he's doing it, the way he's talking about it is not that he's still fighting the dinosaurs here, so there's still conflict. But the war he was taking part in is not physically here, from his wording.
No,
as much as he is stuck in it in his mind.
He
still fighting for
said
it.
that he is actively fighting the war here.
Yeah. No, it was more of a metaphorically fighting that war, but he's still fighting to survive here.
And he's trying
still
to get
fighting
pulled.
for the purpose of that war.
I'm gonna. Oh, it didn't get that far yet. Dang it.
What do you mean, get that far?
I was gonna say I'm gonna go back and listen to it because I'm pretty sure he says he's been fighting the Scourge War in this place with the giants and the things.
No. He's fought giants here, as in there's giants here, but no, not the actual Scourge War. It's just there's giant kin here.
What? Where? Is my thing.
It's a giant.
You fought one of them.
Yeah, one.
Our giants kin.
No. Giant
one.
kin as in like hill giant, like that have the giants essentially.
We've also been very good at trekking and getting our asses where we need to go. We're not like searching for giants.
Yeah. You're also
Yeah,
right
we're
now
not
essentially
going
in just forest land, not hills for hill giants, or in a frost type land for frost giants, or in a volcano, or you guys aren't going underground for stone giants. So.
Like they have their own area.
Yeah. You are not in their area of operation yet. Just because you guys haven't seen them doesn't mean he hasn't, especially since the fact that he says he can. There's a lot of places he's gone, which means there could be like, all right, we're just not there, and he doesn't have people there because there's no point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's also insane.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's about as mad as a hatter.
Yeah.
At best.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stay at Stevenstown for, we said, 3 days. I'm gonna start doing oh my god, lesser restoration on the nobles to try to get them like we're just trying to get them for better peak while trekking through the forest.
You're using the bead of nourishment and getting actual food and stuff like that. It will work. It's literally just them malnourished right now. So
yeah, but we also know we've got
feeding to make sure we're not overfeeding and make sure they're resting properly.
Yeah.
Right.
So it'd probably be good to not give beads of nourishment then while you're staying in Stevenstown, just to make sure, so you're not like overloading them on certain things.
Got it.
Kind of like make sure it's like, all right, we got to get, you have enough protein but not enough carbs.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, you can do that. So you guys are staying in Stevenstown for the next 3 days?
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna speed run this. So what do you guys want to do in those 3 days?
I am messaging.
All right. So first day is you guys get there late. So then.
Same safe house with the S on it.
Yep. You guys go there. Hey, welcome back. I thought you guys were dead.
Nope.
Not yet.
Not this time.
Wishful thinking.
All right. I'm sending. Where Ben, ready to kiss her. Where are you going?
I am trying to do sending
All right.
to
Displacers.
our displacer friends
All right.
because they tried to get a message through to us. So I'm going to try to get a message through
Write
to
it
them.
down first.
I am. I'm writing it down in my book right now, doing the words before actually sending
Okay.
it. Because you guys
I'm
are assholes.
just as long as you keep it short. I'm not gonna make you
Yeah.
count it. If you start going off on like a 5-minute spiel, it's like okay, at that point you used up like all your spell slots on that one.
No.
But don't
I'm
for the sake of brevity, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, be like, we're still stuck here. I'm trying to find a way home.
Which displacer are you sending it to?
Who was the one who showed up in front of us?
Was that Sanquin?
Yeah.
It was either Sanquin or Therari.
It was Sanquin.
It
Sanquin.
was
Okay.
Sam.
Yeah, it was
So
Sanquin. I remember.
I'm gonna try to send a message to her.
All right. What's the message?
Still trying to find a way home. Heading to the heart of the forest. Yeah, that's what I've got right now. I'm just gonna go
Okay.
through honestly because I don't really know how to like explain it in a short burst. I've got 3 days to keep
Sure.
trying to do
Technically
this.
you can just blow all your spell slots too.
Right.
Okay, so you send that as your first one.
Yeah.
You boop. You back. Well, good to hear from you. Shouldn't you be heading out of the fort? And it cuts off.
Oh.
But it seems like your message did get
I
decently
know.
well through.
Okay. I want to ask a question, but I don't want to ask a question.
What?
How long has it been since they've seen us? I want to ask, but I really don't.
Do it. No, we gotta know. We gotta know.
Gorge. Gorge. Come now. You know you want to.
You should have. Do you have enough time to? You should have enough time to say. We think there's a time dilation. We think there's time messery. How long has it been since you've seen us or talked to us? Like that would be
Since
an
you've
easy
seen us
message to
in
get out.
person. In person.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
So how long has it been since you've seen me in person? Is that what you're sending?
Give me.
Are you
guys,
adding the time fuckery?
Yeah,
Theory?
I'm gonna add the time fuckery.
So
Hold on. I'm doing it in my head where we are. Believe time fuckery. When was the last time you saw me in person? And I'll send it off.
okay.
To our knowledge, it's been what, 2-3 months?
She comes back. She's like, "Are you in the Feywild?" Right. Oh no! Not realizing that she's taking up her reply. She's like, "Seen you about." Hold on, this is DM actually now calculating.
I was about to get really angry. Not gonna lie.
You'd think they're high enough level to understand how sending works.
She does, but
But she's also rogue, so.
yeah, it's fine.
First one caught her off guard, that's all.
Yeah.
So her would be seen
But you have
you about. Fuck.
Mithria,
She
you
has
don't hear
not.
this if I don't tell you. You don't know.
20 months ago.
Shush.
Almost 2 years ago. Wow.
Shush. I'm processing.
Make a wisdom check for me.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. am very wise. 22.
Okay. You also said when she saw you last.
I said in person.
Mm-hmm. When she saw you last in person was shortly after they got revived back in Voltur.
Right. And
Right.
we had a 6-month gap, right?
Which you guys have had quite a few. It was from going from Voltur to the coast, and then the whole prison thing, plus then you going training, and now the time. So technically speaking, it has been
But she
about
can
20
still.
months since she has seen you.
I know, but now I have to do math and figure out.
So we've been gone about a year.
No.
Yeah, is that 20 months accurate for our perception?
Yeah. Since she has seen
Okay.
you, it has been quite a bit of time because she hasn't seen you since Voltur. If you had said any other one, like Fenrith or Rowan, that number would have drastically got cut. Because when you were doing your training montage and they were doing their escort montage, they seen them a couple times.
Okay. But that's. But I.
That can still be enough. If you can, but that you're just saying that Amaya pieces that together, right?
Yes, her wisdom check was you phrase that as in you said seen you,
Me.
not
Right.
seen any of us. Which
just means we need to know if that perception is accurate for your experience as well.
And yes, it is roughly on par with how long it's been.
Right. So, but I'm now in real life trying to figure out.
Yes. No, I'm telling you I'm telling you. That's why I'm
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, I got to do math. I was trying to remember how stuff has gone.
Yeah.
It has been roughly. It has.
So then time hasn't warped at
Wait,
all?
no. Wait, how long did I say? 20 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if eight months of that was travel and training, or 9 months of it.
Yeah.
So then
no, fuck. There's what, 12 months?
There's 12 months in a year.
Just under two. You said just under 2 years.
All right, so that would have been then like 17, 18 months. Sorry. It's essentially it's about on par with how long it's been since you've seen her.
About a year and a half, give or take.
Yeah, because we also spent a lot of time in jail, both on there and in here.
So.
Ow.
As far as we can tell,
Okay.
there's no.
Yeah, so I'm working on a calendar, everything like that. It'll be easier. Plus, also me editing the sessions, I can get a better thing. But for right now,
There's no fuckery of time?
Yes, there currently is no real fuckery of time, other than your Amaya going, "Were we in jail that long? Really? Fuck."
But I wasn't in jail for that long.
In here though, in here you were. You don't know how long he kept you the first time, or really the second time. But her saying that, you going through and your wisdom check.
Seeing it backwards.
Yes.
Okay, so there really hasn't been any time warping. So don't know what causes the time warping.
Player has a theory.
Okay.
Character's not smart enough for theory.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna tell them that it's been that long since I've seen her. So I don't know what causes the time fuckery here, but it hasn't happened yet.
It's dog years, actually.
Yeah, she was going off of.
I have a question.
Question is Rowan or question is Ripley?
Probably.
Question is Ripley.
All right, what's it called?
That guy in the castle.
Yeah.
He never specified if he was the original person through a portal or not, did he?
Yes.
Yes. He said that he came to this land with it. Well, at least he should have. That might have been on my end that I didn't say it, but yes, no.
I think he did.
He did.
It was him and his group. So it's the equivalency of you guys being commissioned as like, hey, we need a safe haven. So then you guys are commissioned to go to a land and look around the land. It's like, is this a safe place for us to send people? That's what happened with him and his group, which when you first met him, he did have an amulet similar to your guys's, except way different material. That him and his group were sent here with a reclaimer to look at around the area, make sure it's a sanctuary place, and then they're like, shit, don't really have the time to do a full scouting mission because we're losing the war on both fronts. So they sent people to him. It's like, we need to make sure, people survive and the demons don't wipe us out and the Scourge Horde doesn't wipe us out.
Yeah, so don't know why there's time or what happens to cause the time fuckery, but he is from the past. We just have not been caught up in the time thing yet. So right now we're good. Right now we are.
Yes.
Our time hasn't really been messed with because it's
Companion's gonna look at you. Technically, if you think about it, we're all from the past.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
You're not smart enough for that, I want to point out, so no.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Delaba just kind of moves your ale away. She's like, and that's enough for you being drunk there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so right now we're good. We're still on the same time.
Yep.
As when we left.
Whew. That
But
is a huge
here's
relief.
the thing. Okay, it's a huge relief. It's also a huge concern because we do not know what causes the time skips or
That's
when they
true.
occur.
Also, with what Delaba said, if there is no time fuckery, then that guy is super powerful because he's able to stop his aging process.
Yeah,
Yeah, that might be a
But-
problem.
Without becoming an undead.
without becoming undead. Is there
Actually,
a
you
way to
technically
do that?
never pinged an undead around him. You only pinged outside when you were in the first floor. So for all you know, he might be undead. He might be a lich.
Also,
He could be
there's
a lich
boon you
that
can
took
get.
legendary levels in fighter or something.
There's also a boon that gives agelessness.
Yes, but it doesn't give you eternal life.
It does if nothing kills you.
You also don't know
makes
what
you
magic he has
immune to
either.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, for all you know, he could have a weapon with vampiric regeneration on it, and every so often he has to shiv someone and take their life force.
Wouldn't surprise me in the
Oh
least.
boy.
In fact,
Or
when
he's a
he
vampire.
sent guys through,
Maybe he's
he kills
Strahd. We
people.
never know.
No, yeah, Strahd.
Nobody knows.
We
Not even the
have
DM
Given
knows.
us, he killed 200 people relatively recently.
Yeah, we have never seen him outside in the sunlight, so
Yeah,
Or
we
outside
haven't
the
seen him and
castle at
Strahd in the
all.
same room. Coincidence?
We haven't seen the sunlight around his castle, for that
Indeed.
matter.
I
Actually.
haven't seen Fenrith in the same
Okay,
room
good.
as Kellenvor either, but I don't think he's Kellenvor.
Shit.
I might.
Deus, he found it out. We gotta come up with a new backstory. Shit. Message me after.
we cracked the code.
Alright. Is there anything else you guys want to do, or are you guys just gonna relax for the night?
I am going to go by the blacksmith's house.
Not tonight, you're not.
No.
I'm gonna take.
Unless, of course,
my
you want to go at
shower.
night. Do you want to go at night? Because right now you're looking at about 11 midnight-ish.
Fuck yeah, I'll go at night. I have my hood up and everything.
I'm
God.
And you're
even
not going to
stopping
tell
him.
anyone where you're going?
I
It's
hand you a
fine.
burlap sack.
Let
Yeah.
The proprietor's like,
Bye.
you're being locked out. I ain't open the door for you if you're not back in time.
He can get on the roof.
I'm pretty sure I could get inside if I see a crack in a window.
He kind of like, he goes to say something, but he gets distracted by another patron, so he like fills up the ale and stuff like that. All right, so you're heading out. What are you
Yep.
doing at the blacksmith's?
I'm taking gems and stuff. And since Fenris gave me his sack of burlap for his patron, I'm going to just like some for me, some for the party, some for him, some for me, some for the party, some for him.
We're gonna be walking the river. Like,
Okay, the river doesn't have nets that catch shit all the way up the river.
Don't have to
Well,
take too much.
This isn't Rat where you have a collection. That's
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you could
Uh,
take a net and you could look for a small net.
true, very true.
Just drink the river every night.
whatever.
Okay, as you guys are doing this, he's like, "Ha, don't worry, guys." And Fenrith,
We're not
very,
even.
not very stealthy. He's kind of like, he thinks it's stealthy, but for you guys, you're like, dude, Really? As you just see him hand him the burlap sack of devouring.
I'm not saying Fenrir's trying to be stealthy.
I'm gonna learn
head
my
up.
2 hours from Fenrith tonight.
Okay. Or do you guys want to stay and
Now-
not take watch, and then you could potentially?
I'm gonna do watch with him again, and
Okay.
learn.
I'm gonna connect with Fenrith just because one, he's the fastest in the group right now, and two, it goes for miles. So
Okay. Make an investigation, D'Artagnan.
okay,
And
And
if you
it's
wake
stealth,
me up,
actually.
I can wake everybody up the same way.
22
For
for my investigation.
that's actually pretty good, considering you're
And-
dumb as fuck.
Yeah, I have a +3 to investigation.
Ah, you're proficient in it. Nice.
Yep. And stealth with the hood up. Manage. 29 for stealth.
You don't know where it's coming from, but in your head you hear dan 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 dan. You go in and you investigate this area where you spend a couple days here, so you know it's also a very very basic one. You're like, all right, these giant barrels of where the fuck are the barrels? You look into the barrels and you see the once full barrels. Now at the bottom, you're looking at maybe a foot from the bottom has the gems. These were once like mounds on top of these large barrels of gems. Now just about maximum a foot in the bottom of them.
Well, there's
You
still
steal his
a
last shit.
foot tall of gems. So, dun, 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 dun. Just count out.
Are you going for specific
I-
gems, or are you going for?
Since would I know like the highest value gems that are there?
Make an appraisal check.
Okay. 18.
Pretty good. Ouch. I don't actually remember what gems I put down there. 1 second.
I know there were blue ones and yellow ones and green ones.
I think there are sapphire,
Any
emerald.
diamonds would be nice. I don't
just,
condone this.
just as
Any
he's just
diamonds.
have people fight us as he's heading out. Just D'Artagnan. Remember the diamonds?
Well, you know what? It'll bring them back to life.
They don't.
Wait a
Actually,
second.
if you comment,
Fenrith,
if you
are there
don't
any
pick me, I'll
gems
hit
you
him.
want in particular?
Gem. He's not too picky about gems.
As long as they're shiny.
Okay. Ask the party. But do it stealthily. Or in their heads. That works too.
Yeah. All right. Is there any gems you guys want? So diamonds from Amaya.
Okay.
I'm just asking what everyone's favorite type of gem is because I'm a dragon. It makes sense.
Out of curiosity, if I was to get you a gem to represent you, what would it be? Actually,
We're going to take this BuzzFeed quiz, and oh my god, it's going to tell us what gems we are.
Actually, I'm teaching Draconic. It makes sense for it to go towards treasure along the way.
okay.
True.
Is there for you? Do you guys want
There are
any gems?
so many different words for that one word.
Fenrith doesn't give a fuck. Mithria, any gems you want?
Sparkly and purple or pink.
So draconian. Okay,
Amethyst.
so you're very draconian there. Robin, any gems you want?
Not in particular.
Okay. So
Okay.
that's D'Artagnan, you
Okay.
purple and pink. So some kind of like sapphire type, sapphire, fucking
Okay.
ruby, amethyst.
Quartz.
Of course, yeah. You go there. They
Okay.
don't have diamonds or quartz because it's not. They just
Dang
think
it.
they just think that it's like, oh, it's a clear gem. It's like clear rock. I don't care about this, and they just toss it back. For all you know, they could have sent tens of thousands of diamonds back, but they're like,
Oh,
I was helping at the
Everyone
work,
were
did I
going-
see diamonds.
there was some there, yeah, but when the assistant,
But he was
you would have
tossing them. I
seen.
might have pocketed a few.
You could have pocketed a few, but you've seen the assistant kind of like look at them, and if he noticed there was nothing in there, you actually see him just kind of like try to skip them across the water and everything like that.
They
Oh
think
my
it's like clear
gosh.
glass.
Yeah, so
because
once I know they didn't care, I would openly have pocketed a few into my thing.
which is
So I
gone
might have
now.
had one or two
So
small ones.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gone. So
But yeah, you get there. There's jackets. There is amethyst, aquamarines, emeralds, rubies, a couple other things.
I remind you to check the
Write
dock.
down how many handfuls of each you want, and we'll figure out a gold piece of your thievery later.
Okay. Question for you.
Yes.
How much can a normal backpack hold? Because I still have my normal backpack.
You have all your
30
equipment in there.
pounds?
Yeah.
Before you decide
quiver-
to pull a fucking sweet roll again, no, you're not emptying out your entire backpack to do that, because that's going to cause a lot of raised eyebrows in the tavern.
Well, I'm just asking in general, so I know not to overfill it.
I'm going to say
Most of my equipment is in my quiver,
you still have your basic survival and all your stuff.
which I gave to Amaya to put in the bag of holding.
Jeez, making her carry everything. We'll say
Yeah, I'm the pack mule of the group.
We'll
Let's
say-
be honest.
we'll say 20 pounds of gems you can,
Okay.
which is still
I'm
a
going to fill
fucking
it up
shit
with
ton.
about 10. 10 pounds of mostly rubies, emeralds, and sapphires.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to tell you what. Okay.
So we'll do like 3 pounds rubies, 3 pounds emeralds, 3 pounds sapphires, and then
Right down. Write down on your sheet.
Write
We'll
it
figure
down.
out. These are all
remember
uncut, by
while
the
you're-
way.
Remember while you're
Okay.
hunting, they were throwing the diamonds away, so check the river.
Yes,
Okay.
go to the river at night. What could possibly go
Good
wrong?
point. Never mind. I'm not telling you to check the river.
Do
You
it.
have to
I
check the river
fucking
later.
dare you. I
And then
I
just
have
like-
it. I have the tokens ready. Do it.
He you know what? He went away one day and we never saw him again.
The darkened
It's a
steel
bit why I
pile
didn't
is
get it.
also severely replenished as well.
a pound of it wouldn't be worth like taking
No.
to make anything.
A pound of it
So
is
I'll
decently heavy. It's about 25 to 50% heavier than steel is.
Okay.
To the
So a
destination.
pound of it is
Then
about 50%.
I'll just grab
less.
that 1 extra pound of another gem.
Okay.
Like,
So you took 10 pounds of gems.
yeah.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie, artichoke.
And then I'm just gonna hop on top of the tavern.
Okay.
Is it a 2-story tavern?
This one, no. This one is a 1-story tavern.
Misty step on top of it.
All right, go up there. For the sake of brevity, I'm not gonna make you guys roll. Just anything that can come in, you guys will just be like, bam, bam, done. Haha, fuck you, bitch. So 2 hours of moronic to you.
Thank you.
Of course, Fenrir, you want to split it? 1 hour for her, 1 hour for what you want to learn.
I think I'll let it go quick.
All right. D'Artagnan, second
whatever.
watch. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Mithria, Rowan, third watch, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Split the time again.
Yeah.
All right, so 1 hour each to you guys. No problem. Morning comes around. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to. There's 2 things I want to do.
Okay.
One is try to see if we can find any information about a wizard that came here. If it's by word of
Oh.
mouth about the wizard tower, like you know how like people have folk stories kind of stuff. So
Make a investigation check. This is also good to see what I can actually get away with for making the investigation DCs too for future stuff.
hold on, I started putting my dice away because it's 10:15. Why did I do that? Investigation. 16. I've got
You ask around,
Well.
especially as like people are leaving. You're like, "Hey, got a moment to talk." There's not much. What you do get, there's a couple, kind of like shaman druid types in some of the ones across the river. They're like, those are the only ones that really do magic or can conjure stuff. Other than that, Kalarin is the only one that has slight magical abilities. Other than that, they do not know.
Okay.
And if you're done with that, Mithria has a request
Yes.
of Amaya.
Ah.
Oh.
D'Artagnan's just gonna walk by her and give her like 3 rubies.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you. These are beautiful.
And then
Come
nudge
on, Harry.
Fenrith like, I got you 10 pounds. Is that good?
Yep.
Okay. I hand you back the bag that is now pretty fucking full.
Wait, hold on. Did you put all the stuff in his bag, like yours too,
No.
to bring it back?
You know, it's like as he grabbed a gem or so, as he grabbed ones for the party, he'd grab one.
So a handful into
So-
your bag, handful into his bag.
Yes.
Yeah, I grabbed 20 pounds
Okay.
total, 10 for him, 10 for the party.
Okay, I'm just making sure because that would
Yeah.
affect some stuff. I.e., you wouldn't have any gems. Okay, Mithria,
Yeah.
what were you doing? What were you doing with Amaya?
I'll be set
So-
for a few months.
Your message worked pretty much for getting back to our friends back home. Do you
Yes.
think you might be able to message my husband?
No, because I don't know him.
Well, let me show you this realistic picture I have of him.
That's
And I
not
pull out.
how it works.
Is it really?
Yeah.
She got any?
I can't just, like-
I need to know the person to message.
I can't.
It's not like
well,
scrying where you can scry on something that you don't quite know personally, but you've heard of them. Sending, you have to know the person you're sending the message to.
Yeah, I think
It's
scrying
like
just needs someone nearby that's connected.
Hey, can you
Well,
call this
isn't,
person
like,
for me?
hearing
They
a
live in
s-
LA,
no.
and it's like, well, what's the number? You're like, well, they live in LA. Just call them.
They
It's
live
like,
in LA. Yeah.
no, I need the digits, man. Sure, the area code's there, but
Well-
I need the other digits, man.
But that's with a phone number. This is a person. I know the person. I
Yes,
could
but
have a
sending
picture. I could
Yes,
tell him
you
my
know
life
the person.
story.
I don't.
You know. So if you had sending, you could send.
Yes.
But since she does, she can't because she don't know your husband.
Yep.
Because let's be honest, he's probably like 80 by now.
No.
No, there is no time dilation.
Yes. So unfortunately, no. Amaya would not be able to do it. Not within the parameters of the spell.
I will apologize to her, and I'm gonna take Ash and start training him
All right. So that's what
for
you're
the
gonna
rest
do
of
for
the day.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Is there anything you guys want to do for the rest of the day?
I'm gonna pout.
All right.
I'll assist with the training because the language barrier might
Yes.
be
Alright.
a problem.
I'm gonna try and make some armor for Lenny Quinar.
So you're going to the blacksmith?
Yes.
All right. You walk there. He's like, "Hey, big man, thought you were dead. Welcome back."
Not yet.
And ooh, nice armor. And he like looks over. He's like, "Ooh, that's real nice there."
Well, thank you.
He points to the free anvil. He's like, "Well, feel free." And you see him working on. It looks like probably a short sword.
Ah.
As he just
Okay.
you hear the say like ting 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 like the ting 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 ting. And you see his assistant out on the wharf, kind of pulling out these like giant-ish ice cubes, setting them on the wharf, throwing them back in, and then pointing out like nets,
Oh.
pulling out gems. He's doing all the work.
The morning ones are full on cubes, whereas during the day they're just slightly frosty.
Kind of. I mean, they keep tumbling down the river. That's how they kind of get caught, is because of all the ice around them.
Yeah.
So,
Do I know what kind of armor was she wearing?
she wasn't really wearing armor.
We were all at a dinner party.
Yeah.
We
She
were
was
all
at a
in
dinner
Yeah,
party.
you
some
still
box
had
that
your
brought
head plate
everything.
on.
Well, no, but she had
I only
something,
had my
though.
breastplate and I only had the
Even when
gauntlet.
she equipped herself in her room, she didn't really put on any armor. It was more of she put on like van braces, kind of like just certain areas. She was very much similar to Fenrith and not liking heavy armor.
So like gauntlets and boots.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, was she a medium or light armor?
I
Because would
was-
she say would you ask what her preferred armor
Yeah,
would be?
I'll probably ask her what kind of armor
I
I could make her.
She kind of like pats you on the arm. She's like, I appreciate big man, but how I've trained when I fight, armor gets in the way.
You want no protection?
So she's either a monk or a barbarian.
Okay.
My protection usually comes from magical aids, but
She has magical
she kind of like
aids. That's awful.
she like stands on her
Oh
tiptoes to
my
kind of reach into your ear,
gosh.
and she's like, "But if you could make a breastplate for Lady Garon, I would greatly appreciate it."
That can be arranged.
Essentially, wanting to protect her without telling her that she's getting a bulletproof vest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But, yeah, I would work
it's
on that.
getting that
and
time. I gotta
whatever
head
else.
out, guys.
All right.
All right.
All
Bye.
right,
Bye.
Very good.
Bye.
So I will.
Adios.
So you're gonna start
I'd
working on a
work on-
breastplate.
Yeah.
All right. Well, one of the blacksmiths, he's like, have fun with that. Don't know how to make that. He won't be able to help you. He does not make armor. He is a local blacksmith, so he's used to making tools. and
He's
everything like that.
weapons, tools,
Well, and I
and
could
maybe
also
horseshoes.
or Warren, if you wanted, I could like give you mine to kind of like work off of since it's female.
Make sure
Sure.
there's 2 rounds in the chest area there, not just.
As Rowan
Well,
makes
honestly, you want the
chainmail
armor to be
bikini.
comfortable. Let's be honest. Like,
if you want to do that, you can train Ash by that, no problem.
yeah,
Which
train Ash by the rubber.
make an animal handling check.
Okay.
Does me being there helping make a difference?
Oh, this is for something else.
Okay.
Okay. My animal handling is actually really good. Roll good. Okay, so 16.
Okay. A couple times you've had to stop him from going to the river when
Oh.
the assistant's bag gets full and the gems sparkle into the light. Ash is kind of like ooh and starts to fly off, and both of you guys are like no.
I love him. He's gonna be my little klepto buddy.
It's very much his draconian side, like hey shiny, tries to go. A couple times throughout the day, you're like fuck, where did Ash go? Look over by the wharf, not there. You go inside and he's in one of the barrels, just curled up on a pile. And at one time you hear the blacksmith like, your pet. And he's like needed a gem inside the barrel, and Fash has been in that barrel he's needed, and he doesn't want to touch it.
I'll just like lean into the barrel and get him and take him outside again.
The black, Burin or Durin, whatever, like kind of looks at you, kind of, almost like, why is he going on the gems type thing. They're not used to draconian side. So.
Oh,
I'd
he
explain to
likes
him.
shiny.
Those of us with draconic heritage enjoy our hordes. Some of us just have better control over it than others.
He's a baby. He likes
As
shiny.
while D'Artagnan sees that he's talking to Fenrith, he pockets another gem.
He's like, I see, and he disappears for a bit. A little bit later, he comes out with a basket, and you see him scoop some gems into the basket, and he sets it down outside.
Oh,
So he made him a little. So he
I
made him
give
a
him
big
a
dragon
hug.
head.
dragon head.
And then I put the dragon.
Like, hey, if those stones, if he likes the stones, okay. I mean, the guards came and emptied most of my barrels, but hey, getting more every day.
Get more every day.
And I show Ash his new bed.
Immediately, you just lose all the ability to train for that day, as he's now in that bed. He's
I have 3 days.
I'm going to lean,
Um,
or I'm going to connect to Fenrith again and be like, so we both agree that we're not telling Amaya that I came by last night.
Up to you. If she doesn't.
Yeah,
already-
I think it's
if
better
she didn't
left
already figure it
unsaid.
out.
Okay, so Rowan, make a.
I do have the smith.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious what skill this would be under, actually.
Like,
Because there's no craft.
No,
Isn't it
once he
smithing?
gives up on the
I have
training,
the-
we'll sit
it could be a
down.
smithing tools check, which could use whatever.
Yeah,
Arez
but that's
decides
what I
fit.
mean. Like back in 3rd edition, it just would have been literally craft armor, and that would have been that check.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just seeing what skill would be. You know what? Make a straight up strength check with advantage because you're proficient.
Strength and dex, maybe, to make it like.
Well, right now it's the first day, so he's kind of just working them.
2 and 1. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
You are used to working with steel, not darkened steel. It cools off very quick to the point where you've essentially just you've got some of the pieces welded together, essentially
Forge welded.
Thank you, forge welded together. So you're like, I'm pretty sure I have enough metal here to do it, but unfortunately, that's all you got during the day, and you are tired. Like your arms are like, yeah, no, I'm not lifting anything more today. As your hammer blows start to go up only like a couple inches and like ting ting, instead of your normal. This is definitely very different material than you're used to working with.
Does it also cool off faster?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The entire time, D'Artagnan's standing there like, I've seen you hit dinosaurs harder than that. What's the deal?
Yeah.
Which also kind of leads to how impressive it is that Harbeck was able to forge you guys a couple weapons in a couple days.
He's also a high priest of Moradin.
Yeah.
He's
not
more
that
adaptive
impressive.
when it comes to smithing.
So I'm assuming that's what you guys are going to be doing the next couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Language lessons when the dragon gives up for the day.
Yep. Draconic lessons at night.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna
Trying
You know
to
what,
get
screw it, I'm
Ash
gonna
out
get
of his
another-
new favorite bed.
Burns like, just take it with you. I don't care.
Thank you. Also, if I could one day try to find, because they said that there were like shamans across the river.
Yeah.
Is it just like across, or is it like in another town?
No, it's over into the west a little bit more in Stan Corner.
Okay, then I'm not gonna go look for them in the next 3 days.
So
another
they
day
are
travel.
Yeah, they are way
Yeah.
over. As you guys are working, you do notice more carts come across the bridge and up and head off towards Elmston.
Yeah, he's
You know what? Each of you guys make a percentile chance for percentile check for me, please.
hold on.
Okay.
Those I put away.
98.
Fucking hell!
I want to go to
6.
bed.
I mean, if you want to go to bed, 6. All right.
I got a 6.
That's funny.
3!
No.
All right. So as you guys are coming out on the second day, as Amaya, Ash is in in like those old wicker baskets, kind of something like that, but just full of gems. Well, 3/4 full of gems, so he has in there. Everyone's really confused on it's like, why is your little dinosaur creature on those shiny rocks? But okay, sure. Especially when like he plays in them and like throws them up and like catches them and does that. They're like, oh, and they're like, all
exactly. Let him
like, go
be
in.
cute.
They
You're
question
coming out-
and then they see him do the cute things and they melt.
Yeah, exactly.
You're pretty much. You guys are coming out the second day. Coming out, and you see more wagons start coming across, and you guys hear the clattering of it. Sounds like metal as it's like the ting 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 ting, as you see this large figure just slowly walking, and he's carrying a sack behind him as he has a jug in one hand, and the sack is just going on the road, and any bump it hits, it bounces, and you hear the little like ting 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 ting, like a bag of cans going across the road, as you see this large draconian figure just slowly meandering with this caravan coming in.
Dragonborn?
Is that the Carlin? You just said his name.
Kalarin?
Carlisle.
Kalarin. It is indeed a dragonborn.
What scale?
Yep.
Red.
You think DM would have remembered scale color.
You said red.
I don't think
If
it
it's the
was.
same one he mentioned before.
No.
I don't think it was red.
Do we all see him?
Yeah, you guys all see him.
Okay.
It is color.
Inter-
Sure.
I lost his character sheet. I didn't print it out because you guys are like, oh, we're not going that way. So I'm like, okay, I don't have to prep him. But
Draconic, hello, sir.
he kind of stops, looks over at you. His eyes go wide a little bit. And he kind of like looks at his jug, looks at you, looks at his jug,
You're not
swigs,
drunk.
like, Oh,
You're
that's
not-
unfortunate. I really should
You're
have.
not-
Oh, boy.
Okay, you're not that drunk.
You're not that drunk.
He like walks over, and he's closer to Rowan's size than your size.
Okay, so he's a bit taller than me.
And you're still relatively like pure-blooded dragonborn because in this world they don't really mesh too much. He is like you're a good 70%. He is closer to like 90%, 95%.
Okay.
Where the fuck is his character sheet?
So he's closer to one of my
You
goals.
know what? We could do cliffhanger. It's 10:30 at night.
You want to end?
I need to end, and Mitria's
Alright.
not here, and you know that's gonna kill her.
Oh, okay.
Arez, I'd like to say also,
Yes.
next night I go back and take another 20 pounds, 10 for Fenrith, 10 for the party. So I have a total of 20 pounds in my backpack.
So you're tapping.
Actually, no, you're good. No, Fenrith's keeping his bag on him this time. He's good for a month. He's good for a while.
You'd be like tapping him, by the way.
He'd have like nothing left.
I'll wait.
He was left with very little with the orders.
Oh, fair enough. I'll just keep the. I'll keep the 10.
If you're
I'm a
ready to go
dick.
back
I'm not
out
that
again,
much a dick.
Fenrith will telepathically, you don't bother again tonight. Let him
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if I see that, like, after the 20 pounds I took the night before, I wouldn't even consider going out if that would, like, completely tap him. You know?
Yeah, you'd be scraping the bottom of the barrel, plus also what he did with Ash too.
True.
Gave me gems for my ash.
So he personally doesn't really care. He uses the gems just either like what, this yellow stone would look good on this item right here, or it'd be like this is a little bit harder, so I'm gonna put it on the blade so that when the woodsman chops, then
This axe is a
he's
gift for
a
the
nice
woodchopper's
guy.
celebration.
Like he's
What the fuck? Did you just try to break Owlbear?
I think so.
How long have you been clicking trying to get dice?
That's only about
20,
20, 40, 60, 80.
Oh, Jesus.
It's only like 120 dice.
Oh, my God.
Only, yes, only.
Why do I feel like we're going to get hit with something that does so much damage it's going to look like that?
I can fix that if you want. All right. So then we will end her there then. Yeah. Apparently I have to remake his character sheet. Cool. Awesome.
I'm sorry?
No, I'm actually, like, I set him up with all the stuff I wanted. It was a pain in the ass because D&D Beyond. I can't find it now. Mother trucker. All right, well, anyway, yeah, we'll end her there.
Are you re-rolling all your ones?
Yes.
Oh my God, forget it. I can't.
Anyway, yeah, we're going to end her there. Right. So you guys are in, it's the second day.
Yep.
Day 2 of day 3 in this place. So you guys get to figure out what you guys want to do.
And I now have a cat bed full of gems for my fairy dragon.
Yeah, which is going to be awkward if you try to take it anywhere, or,
I could stick it in the bag.
No, not really, no.
I will figure out
It is bigger. It is bigger than the opening of the bag.
I can stick the gems in the bag.
You going to stick the fairy dragon in there too?
No.
Just making sure.
I am a decent person. You are not.
Ooh, shots fired.
I resent that statement.
You resemble that statement? Yeah.
Resent, motherfucker.
And that is where we're going to end it there. I appreciate you guys making it this far. If you guys have, remember to like and subscribe. If you haven't already, comment something random down below to help the algorithm so other adventurers could see this. While you guys are down there, go show some love to the other streamers, because some of the people stream sometimes. Their links are there. My links for all the social media are there as well. Yeah, we'll see how they do with their Duolingo, or else that Alan is going to come and break some kneecaps. That was just a hilarious gag there. But anyway, appreciate you guys making it this far, like I said. But I'll see you guys all later. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay awesome, because you guys are all awesome. Bye-bye.